The PipeBomb podcast presents to you Fan Slam. Favorite WWE YouTube gamer. Favorite MV maker. Favorite fan artist. Shadiest Twitter fan. Favorite wrestling gift. Most interactive diva. Favorite wrestling podcast. Most interactive superstar. Favorite Tumblr post. Best fandom. Fan Slam. Check out the nominees on the PipeBombPodcast.tumblr.com to vote for your favorites. This bomb will go off in 10 seconds. You're listening to the PipeBomb Podcast with James, Nick, Gigi, Josh, Sam, and Tom. Ring the bell. 1.
Hello, ladies, gays, and gentlemen. Welcome to the PipeBomb Podcast. Today, we have a whole bunch lined up for you. Today, we're going to be talking about a current diva announcing her retirement, WWE2K16 news, Raw, NXT, Tough Enough, Total Divas, and a lot more, but thankfully I'm not here by myself. I have a couple other cast members with me. Come on out, guys.
Hello. What's up, guys? Jimmy James here.
Hey guys, it's Tom. Such a sad day for Diva fans.
Why? Oh, Layla.
Already?
God, you forgot about her already. Jeez.
No, because it's like bittersweet for me. I'm happy for her.
I know, I am too. Well, that's the first topic, so I guess let's kind of get into that. But before that, I just want to thank everybody for all of our comments we got on the last episode. Oh my god, we had over 45 comments, over 20 likes. It's probably one of our most liked videos, so thank you guys so much. And yeah, people loved the shade on the last episode.
Yes, we're actually up to over 65 comments in the comment bar lately, so it's been
65? Oh my god.
Yeah. I love that shit. Like, I encourage the listeners to comment down in the comment box because I want to talk to them. I want to hear other ideas. You know, we're all wrestling fans, you know? So it's just cool to hear other people's points.
Yeah, I know. I love hearing because they actually, like, some of the listeners know their shit. So they really bring up comments, like, if we miss something on the show or a certain superstar or diva, it's really cool to hear from them as well, because like you said, we're all just fans, and so I really love talking to the listeners too. It was so fun.
Totally fun.
And we don't know everything.
But yeah, so I guess let's go. What was that?
I said we don't know everything about everything and everyone.
Yeah, well, some of us think we do, but let's.
Is that early shade?
Maybe. You have to start off with some shady little Dana hater. So let's get into our first topic. We did mention it earlier. Layla announced her retirement from WWE. Was it last night?
It was last night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's been in the company for, I think it was about 8-9 years. So she had a very impressive run, like, in her comments on Twitter when she announced it. Oh, well, sorry, James, you're supposed to be covering this. Oh.
This bitch is stealing my lines.
I know.
Hey, Cameron.
Alright, guys. Alright, let's get to a serious note. But I am a little happy for her. You know, she deserves everything that she got in her career. But Layla, the most decorated diva that has won Diva Search, has retired from in-ring competition, as we all know. Layla had a strong 9-year run in the company, from becoming the last women's champion to then becoming the Divas champion, as well as becoming the only Diva Search winner to hold both Women's Championship and the Divas Championship. So that's a big accomplishment. Layla has been through about 3 eras of the Divas division. She worked from the likes of Jillian Hall, Ashley Mazzaro, and then she went on to ECW and worked with Kelly Kelly. Then later after that, she joined Michelle McCool, and they formed a historic diva duo called Lay Cool, which all Diva fans know who they are and love them. You know, a good part of them, not everybody. But, well, the company sure loved them because the company believed in Layla and Michelle McCool a lot, and Layla barely ever came out without a mic in her hand in her time with Lay Cool. The company really trusted her. She was owning the mic. She was a top diva until Michelle McCool's departure. I believe it was in 2012. And then Layla continued on into title feuds with Beth, Brie, and Eve Torres. Then after a long injury, she came back to work and got into a program with Summer Rae, which was her last highlighted storyline, which was great. So Layla was always consistent in the storylines, so she was a major part in the Divas division in these past couple of eras, and it's just so sad to see her go. But then again, it's time. It's a good time for her to go. Layla is currently engaged to a former WWE wrestler who she met while she was working with WWE, and she plans on going back into the world of dance and choreography. And she has an interview on WWE.com. And the funny thing, there's an interesting note that they noted in this interview. The guy that gave her this interview was the same guy who interviewed her when she won Diva Search. So
Oh wow!
yeah, isn't that cute? That's a cute little note. So she actually told him in the interview, make sure you note that this is the guy that interviewed me when I won the Diva Search, and now he's interviewing me on my way out after 9 years of an amazing run. So, Layla, you had a good run. I'm a big fan of yours, and I think you're making the right decision. It's time to move on, start your life, get married, have some babies, and good on you. Good luck. I'm happy. This is not a sad goodbye for me. It's a good one. What do you think, Tommy?
Pretty much what you said, James. Like, let's list her accolades. She won the Diva Search. She won the Women's Championship. She formed one of the best Diva tag teams in history. She was Divas champion. She had some of the top feuds. She competed at WrestleMania. For Layla, like you said, James, it is a bittersweet moment because I'm happy that she's going because she's actually living her life now. Like she's 38 years old. It's not like she's 23 like some of the divas are. She started her WWE career when she was 30, or 29, I'll say, whichever one it is. But the funny thing is, she was on Periscope yesterday, and I was on it as well. And and people asking her questions, and she was talking about what she'd like to do next. This is before she announced that she was retiring, which is quite questionable because look, about 3-4 hours later, it was announced that she was retiring, so it does all come full circle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sad that she's leaving, but at the same time, I'm happy that she's going because she can get married, she can have a baby, she can go back to her dancing roots. For me, I wasn't the biggest fan of Layla, but what she had got was what most of the divas haven't got, and that's personality. So, as for Layla, I miss you, girl. Hope you come back someday just to do something.
Nick? Nicholas?
Yeah, when I seen the news, I kind of seen and expected it, but I was pretty sad because Layla, I was one of her bigger fans. Like, I really enjoyed her time, especially with Lay Cool. Like, without Layla, Lay Cool wouldn't have really came together full circle because that's where Michelle lacked in the beginning was on the mic, and that's what Layla brought. So they really complemented each other, and they were just one of my favorite diva duos during the time because that's when I was really watching the product continuously when it was their era. So anyway, it's sad to see her go, but it was expected, and yeah, and it's just a great way to go out, like she's not going out as a joke. The actual last match she had was on main event, and she actually won it. So she won her last match, and I just feel like now with the NXT women coming up, obviously there's room there now, so I just feel like she needs to go and have fun, have her life, have her babies, like you said. She's getting married. I just feel I'm so proud to actually really watch her whole career during the Diva Search because I always liked her during that, and yeah, she's accomplished so much in her career, like you guys both said. I mean, she also competed in the first Divas table match as well, so I was it's really good, all of the accomplishments for her, so yeah, good for you, Layla.
She was underrated. I will give her that. She was very underrated. Like, people thought, she's a Diva Search girl, but she proved herself as a wrestler.
Yeah.
And then she proved herself that she had personality and that she could be trusted to go off script. I mean, for Layla, I think she is one of the most underrated divas of the generation post Trish and Lita.
She was a great diva. I feel like she was a good champion. She had that belt around her waist. And, like, when it came to Lay Cool, there was nobody lacking in that team. Like the Bella twins, Brie lacks, and Nikki has to carry her weight. But when it came to, Lay Cool, they both held their own. They both brought something special to the table.
And they both helped the other one out.
Right, exactly. They both brought out what the other one needed to in each other. And like I said, they complemented each other so well.
They still remain great friends. So it just goes to show you that Layla and Michelle were just meant to be together on TV, and I'm glad that WWE bottled that chemistry and just exploded it on TV because they have some of the most memorable diva moments. Those two together were freaking hilarious. They were actually funny. It was like the first time like divas were actually coming out and actually goofing on people, like the whole Picky James thing. I it was kind of mean, but some of the things was fun because Layla's like she's outrageous and she's not afraid to embarrass herself. She's not afraid of that. Like she came out one year for Halloween dressed up like Michael Jackson, and then she came out one year. She came out dressed like a pig, like Piggy James.
Like Piggy James. That was hilarious in the big fat suit.
Yeah, Layla's not afraid to poke fun at herself, and
she's got a personality.
She does for days, and she promised us because I remember I voted for Layla in 2006, and she made a promise that she wasn't gonna let us down. And Layla, you didn't let anybody down. You had a great, strong run, and to me, you're probably the most successful Diva Search winner.
I think so.
Yeah, I think she is the most.
I think
Diva Search winner. I think she's the most one.
Well, there's only 4 of them, right? So, but I mean, looking at their accomplishments alone, obviously, it's clearly Layla, then Eve, and then it could be a toss-up with Ashley and Christy.
Well, then again, even though when it comes to everybody that's come from Diva Search, Layla's in the top 3 of the best because you got Michelle McCool, who's amazing from the Diva Search, and then I would put Layla in the list, and I would put Eve. Those are the top 3.
Actually, the Bellas were in the Diva Search, but they got caught.
Well, I'm talking about the top 10.
Like Candice as well was another one.
Well, Candice probably come after Layla for me. Even though I love Candice, Michelle.
Oh, yeah, Layla would definitely come before her.
Yeah. So, Layla, we love you.
We miss you. We love you.
We'll miss you.
I have a question for you guys before we...
Go ahead.
Drop the poor thing. Do you think we'll ever get, like, a late cool reunion at, like, an anniversary show or something? I think that would be great for the modern era.
I think we will.
I hope so.
I think we will. And also, I have another question to piggyback that one. Do you guys think, since you're asking if we're going to see Layla again, do you think she's still going to be around to host the Diva Search show? I think there's still a chance. There's a possibility.
I don't think so.
Depends on what network it is.
It's going to be on the WWE network.
Oh, then probably not.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I think...
doing it.
I'm sorry, Tommy?
I said I think I could see Natalia being the one to host it.
Really?
You know who I think would be a great host for it? Cameron, honestly. For the Diva Search, I think it would be a great representation. I know she's not like a head bitch in the ring or anything down there, but I mean, she was one of the only Tough Enough winners to manage to keep a career there, and she's not really doing much right now. So, and she fits kind of that typical, stereotypical, like, girly diva role. So, yeah, I think she'd be a good fit.
I think she would be fun to do it. But she wouldn't be my top choice. I would still pick Layla. It's what's so wrong about her? All right, Eve left the company. She had the whole retirement thing, but she's still around doing promotional
charity
work.
events.
Yeah, and stuff like that for WWE. And she still does. She goes down to the Performance Center and stuff like that. So I think Layla has a good enough relationship with the company that I can see them bringing her back in to do something like that.
I think if they're in town, if they're in the town where she's at, and they ask, and she'll probably visit them, or if they're in town, they might.
Well, they're gonna film the show in Florida, Tommy. The show's going to be filmed in Florida, and Layla lives in Miami, Florida. So
you know what? I just think, though, I feel like this girl's schedule right now is so crazy. I mean, she's probably planning her wedding. She's looking, like you said, looking back into getting into dance choreography again, like you said. So I feel like she's got a lot on her plate. I could see, like, maybe a guest appearance on the show, but I don't think she'll be there full-time hosting it now that she's gone.
True. Maybe... You know who else I could see hosting it? Eden Styles. I think she would be a good hostess.
You lost me, Boo.
I know a lot of you guys don't like her, but I don't understand why.
Well, it's just like, what can she tell the divas? Like, unless they want to be a ring announcer and have a really strange, shrieky voice. Like, I'm sorry.
Dasha Fuentes is coming for her crown.
A host the show. You guys ever watch Face Off? There's a girl, Mackenzie, on that show. She's a model. Her dad is a special effects makeup artist. She hosts the show, and then there's judges who critique the work. So I'm just saying, Eden can just host the show. She's a pretty face.
I'd rather have, like, Renee be a host for it.
I don't think Renee would be a good fit to mesh with divas. I like Renee with superstars. So I feel like she fits off better with them than divas.
I think what about a diva who's actually a diva? So probably someone like.
What about?
We'll probably have the Bellas, which is.
How about bring back Michelle McCool? The Undertaker's back. I think Michelle would be a good host.
Lay Cool. Let Lay Cool host it. Oh my god.
That would be hilarious.
They would run that show.
Or, well, Trish and Lita signed contracts with the network. Lord knows what they signed up for, so who knows if it's for the Diva Search.
Probably like a Team Bestie show.
I don't know. I don't think... Well, we'll talk about that later. We'll come back to the Diva Search. But, Nikki, I know you have some good news to tell us about the video game 2K16.
Yes, I have a lot of interesting stuff that came out, and I'm glad at the end of the show we were going to talk about it, but I said, let's wait a week, and I think some stuff will be coming out because of this whole Hulk Hogan controversy to kind of distract us. And, I was right. So, James, you have no idea what's been going on in the 2K universe?
The last thing I saw was that hot promo that they put out with the Terminator and Eva Marie and Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose.
Yes,
I was gonna announce that there. Yeah, so that was the promo that came out. 2K revealed it. When was it? I think it was Monday.
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe it was Monday. Anyway,
yeah.
Basically confirming that the Terminator and Arnold Schwarzenegger will be two separate characters and being playable for a pre-order if you pre-order WWE2K16. So I thought it was really cool. I loved the promo with it. I thought it was really interesting. Like how he came in, it was a bar setting, Eva Marie's at the jukebox, and I like how they just kind of pretty much confirmed her in the game. Paige, you could see Finn Balor in there, Daniel Bryan. And I just thought it was really interesting with him and Dean Ambrose, too. And, like, the site, so I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of the Terminator, per se, in the wrestling world, but I think in a video game, it could be pretty interesting to play as them. So I don't know if I'm going to pre-order it specifically for him, but I thought it was interesting. So what do you guys think of that? I'll start with James. What did you think of this promo the first time you've seen it?
I think it's a great idea that they incorporated the Terminator in this game because other successful franchises like Mortal Kombat, they always introduce characters that are not necessarily a part of that world. Like they had Jason X in it one year, they had Freddy in it the other year, and recently they just had the Predator involved in it. They had the guy from Gods of War. They have all kinds of different characters that are from that world. So I think it's pretty cool that they came and they brought him in, and it just opens the door to bring in other characters. Can you imagine if we get like a Ronda Rousey one year? Like that would be awesome.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean? Like it would be awesome. So I'm all for them incorporating
to knock out Dana.
Sorry.
To knock out Dana.
Data hater. He just had to get in there and snatch Data up.
I know, stab that knife in a little bit more.
But yeah, I think it's an awesome idea. The promo was so cool. Yeah, I'm all here for it, but my only gripe is, why does he have to be two individual separate characters? We understand the Terminator and Arnold Schwarzenegger are two different people, it's just a character. But I think it would be okay to just put him in as one, and then have the attire switch, like a second attire, and then he'll come out as the Terminator. So, yeah. I don't know, maybe the moveset is different. I'm very curious to see his moveset.
I think it may be the moveset is different because 2K, another little bit of tea, I don't know if I mentioned or you've seen this before, but 2K did tweet out on their Instagram account saying that the models that they've done in this game, it's over 124.
I think 126, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, thank you. 126 unique different models, and that doesn't include, like, alternative John Cena's or alternative Undertakers or Triple H's. So it's unique individual ones. And I also heard, I take this as just tea I've read on Twitter and on YouTube, but I also heard that 90% of the Diva roster was scanned. So that will be really good for Diva fans to actually have, because I know the Divas last year looked pretty fucking rough on Next Gen, I have to say. Like, some of them look pretty good. Some of them look pretty good, but Nikki Bella, like, what the fuck was that?
She was the worst.
It was a mess. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to go forward with that. But yeah, what do you guys think? Tom, what do you think of the Terminator being in this game? Are you going to download him, or are you just going to stay back up?
Tom, do you game?
Huh?
Are you a gamer?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I love the 2K. I love the 2K whole wrestling franchise.
Okay.
In terms of the Terminator, like, it depends on how you see it. For me, it's just nothing. It's just another person for me in the game. But for the promo, I thought it was amazing. Like Eva basically humping the jukebox, and then Finn Balor, and then Dean Ambrose was such a good actor in this. I actually want to see his 12-round film, but anyway, that's another topic for another day. Yeah, I heard that rumor too about 90% of the Divas. So that makes that like 2 or 3 of them are not getting scanned, which obviously probably means like Layla and
Rosa.
Rosa.
I don't think Layla's even going to make the cut this year.
No. But I'm excited to see, obviously 126 different scans, and that doesn't include alternatives, which does mean that we're probably going to get more NXT guys like Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, and Bayley, and then like Kevin. I think we're going to get even the newer ones like Neville, Kevin Owens. I just can't wait to see the announcement on the night before, on the Friday before SummerSlam, because you're going to get the announcement on Friday, NXT TakeOver on Saturday, and SummerSlam on Sunday. So that whole weekend is going to be amazing.
And you can't forget Fan Slam as well, boo.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Growl to the by wind.
That will be happening in the SummerSlam pre-show, people. So you need to go down in the subscription now and vote.
Can I ask a quick question? Tommy, on that Friday, are they gonna release the roster, or what is it? What are they releasing that day?
They're releasing the roster, because what they're going to do is, like, at Access last year, they did the whole, like, the guys, and then the Divas, and then the Legends. But they only did some of them, and then a week later did the rest of them. But that's what apparently they're going to do this year. They're having this event where they're going to announce them all.
I don't really like.
It's going to take ages.
I don't like how they do that. I like. Remember back in the day when you have to go on IGN on like a Monday or a Thursday night, and they would post up a superstar and a diva or 2 superstars.
Yes, and their entrances and finishers for the game. Oh,
I miss that. I used to be excited for that. That's
me too.
I used to like that countdown. I don't like the new setup for it.
I just really hope that they don't mess us up this year, because they've had more time to do this one.
But I also read in
Well, I have some other rumors here for you guys. I still have a whole bunch. So since this trailer came out, rumors are that there's actually planned for more leading up to SummerSlam and for the roster reveal. So I think there's planned for 6 more. I read. So we're gonna get. I think it's going to be kind of like a storyline in a sense, but revealing certain wrestlers for the game, because Eva Marie was now confirmed. It was speculated a couple weeks ago with her doing some promotional work for it, but she has been confirmed for this game now. And some rumors are actually going around, and it may be true, that GameStop Italy leaked that Alexa Bliss will also be a playable character in this game. So that is really good news for Diva fans, because if she's in this game, it looks really good for other well-known Divas that are usually scrapped. So, like, I'm thinking, like, Alicia Fox, like, she's a shoo-in for that game. Bayley, yes. And I was a little worried about Bayley and Becky, but I feel like if Alexa's in there, I feel like they both have a really, really good chance. So what do you think the roster reveal is going to entail? I guess that's my next question. So I'll start with you, Tom. How do you think, do you think it's going to be, you said that they said it's going to be is it going to be a full roster reveal? Or is it going to be like...
last year they divided it into 2. So on one week they did some, and then the next one they did the others. But apparently this year they're going to stream it live on the network.
Oh.
Which, will be quite interesting to see.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's a really good... actually, you know what? They have the network. Like, fucking use it for really big platforms. Yeah, really.
They could stream it from the Performance Center or from the headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. But I just think, because they've got all these 126 characters, I hope that they're just putting effort into them all and not, like, scrapping them or, making them half decent. Naomi looking like Barney.
Oh, that Naomi was terrible. So terrible.
Oh, God.
But I also read, they were talking about WWE Universe, and they were saying that there's going to be a bunch of stone cold cutscenes that is going to be used in the Universe mode. So I think that's pretty cool. So your character can be cuss out the boss, Vince McMahon or whoever.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the truck coming down to and spraying your opponent or whatever. I think like cutscenes will...
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Be included like that. I also read some Universe... Oh, I hope so. I also read some Universe T. They said that it may be in, it may have just been scrapped, I'm not sure, but Renee Young supposedly did a lot of work for 2K16 to be a part of Universe mode. So, like, during or after a match, she would interview a superstar or a diva that would already have pre-recorded interviews that she's done in the past, and so she would be doing that for universe mode, but I heard that may have just been scrapped randomly, so I don't know.
You know
but
what?
I think that'd be really good for universe mode.
Well, I heard she's going to be the voiceover for the game.
You know, I could see them incorporating Renee because it's 2K, and 2K is very big on, because like if you check out the basketball games, they do have the side announcers that come and interview the players while it's halftime and stuff like that. So you'll see like a female reporter out there. So I could see 2K easily adding Renee in that role for their WWE game. So it's a possibility.
Yeah, I think that's the direction they're going. I also have some news. Thank you for bringing up like commentary. There has been news broken that for the commentary team, it will be a 3-person team for this game. So JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry Lawler will be doing voiceover work. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not a big fan of JBL. However, I feel like with a 3rd person, usually when you're playing the game, the commentary can be super repetitive and just not really make sense. So at least with the 3rd person, it will give us a little bit more to work with, make it a little bit more realistic. But he's probably just going to be
amazing in these games.
I actually, thank you for bringing that up. Jim Ross has also been rumored to have done some commentary work for a supposed like Stone Cold mode or whatever.
It's confirmed. He did it. I heard it from him.
Perfect.
I listened to his podcast and he confirmed that he did do it. Ooh. So that's interesting. But when it comes to commentary, no matter what they do, it's always going to be repetitive because it's a video game. So I always resort to just muting them. That's what I do. I never listen to the commentary team because I just can't stand it when they're calling divas superstars and they fuck up everything. And your created superstar, they don't even announce it. Princess is off the top. Like, no, I'm
no.
What a mess.
I hope they put in actual names this time.
I hope they bring that back. Prince. I hope they bring that back, and I hope we get Create a Diva as well. So.
That's been confirmed. Create a Diva will be back. Create an Arena will also... it's like Arena Studio or Arena Creator is what they're naming it, so apparently that will be back as well.
If it comes to the part where they're going to have to push the game back about a month to put these extra final touches, I'd be happy with that because I think potentially this is going to be the best game. That's the thing with 2K, or well, maybe not 2K, but THQ or Ukes when they were making these games, they were so rushed. And I heard rumors that in the last 2K15 game that they actually used programming from like old PS2 games, and that's why they weren't able to put in the Create a Diva, or you weren't able to randomly have like a one-on-one ladder match or like just random matches you weren't able to do that you typically could. It's because they just were sloppy. So, but I heard this year they put a lot of effort into it and really established the roster, and they really want to make this the biggest roster ever. So, my next question for you guys is, since Stone Cold Steve Austin is the cover, he's supposedly having his own mode, with the Attitude Era kind of being the focal point, do you think we'll have any Attitude Era Divas be playable? Yes. I think we could have a couple.
Okay, so who do you think? I'll start with you, Tom.
The usual, like Trish, Lita, I think Stephanie will be playable, as another character. Probably even other ones like, probably Sable, because Brock Lesnar, you never know. I would just think those 4. I wouldn't say Victoria, but you never know. Yeah, I would definitely say Trish, Lita, and Stephanie.
Okay, right on. And James, who do you think we'll get any, or do you think we'll be kind of slacking?
I think we're gonna get Medusa this year.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling, and I would probably go with, for the Attitude Era, maybe a Trish and Lita. That's a given. And I'll be okay if they don't add Stephanie. I really will. I'd rather have them have Stephanie as a character on the career mode or something like that. I don't want her as an active wrestler because she's so bland as a character in the game that I don't want her. But I would like to have Molly Holly and Jacqueline added.
That'd be great.
So those are my picks.
That's awesome. If I could do Attitude Era Divas, obviously Trish and Lita for sure. I think they should have Stephanie as modern day staff and old school staff in different outfits. So her wrestling outfit from back in the day, and then her manager outfit, so one of her real skimpy ones, and then for her current day, I'd like for her to have her SummerSlam outfit that she had. I think if they scanned her and had her for the game with that outfit on, I would be like, damn, Steph. So I'm hoping she's in. There's part of me that kind of even wants to see either Tori or Stacy Keibler get thrown into this game, but I doubt that. Or Victoria, I would love to hit the Widow peak on all these bitches. But
What about
NXT
Lana?
girl, Lana, I feel
Do you think she'll be with Rusev, or do you think it should be with Dolph?
she'll be with Rusev, I feel like. And I feel like she will be a playable manager now.
Yeah.
Not a character, not a wrestler, just a manager.
No, not a wrestler. No, and I also think Rosa will just be strictly a manager as well for this season.
I think Rose is gonna be. Remember when Brodus Clay came out with Cameron and Naomi? I think that's how Rose is gonna be. So I'm glad.
But if they said 90%,
That's pretty
90% of the roster. But if they said 90% of the roster, that makes like 2 or 3 lights. So who would that be? Rosa, Layla, and like
Cameron.
one other.
I'm a little worried about Tamina. Like, I know she's really relevant right now.
Tina.
She's really relevant right now, but back when they were doing a lot of the work for this, she was still out on injury. She didn't come back until she aligned herself with Naomi. So
around WrestleMania time.
Yeah, that was after WrestleMania. So I don't know. She could be thrown in there. They do still have her character model, so I don't see why not. But
I think with Team Bad and everything, I think that WWE will force her to be. I think because Tamina's always taken care of. If you haven't noticed with this company, they always take care of her. I think she's easy to work with, and they always find something for Tamina. So I think she's going to be in the game clearly because, like Nick said, her character is already in the game. So they could just tweak it up a bit, just jazz it, and there you go, Naomi. I think she'll be in the game. Tamina, I think she will. I think Emma might be in trouble.
Oh God, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
I think she's actually good, to be honest, because she was DLC last year, so I feel like they'll be like, no, she's in the game this year, kind of thing. But I don't know. She may be in trouble. Cameron may be in trouble. Who knows? But my final question before we move on to the next topic, with the rumored larger diva roster for this game, we all hope and pray. Which divas are you most looking forward to playing as, and why? So I'll start with you.
Because she's my queen.
Well, okay. James, who would you rather?
Charlotte, because she's my queen.
Bitch, don't steal my answer.
Definitely Charlotte. I would love to play with Charlotte and Sasha, obviously.
Yeah, I think Sasha, Charlotte, any of the NXT women
Becky.
really, like Bailey, I think would be super fun to play as.
And Becky.
I'd love her entrance with the whole inflatable tube man.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
Oh.
So I'm really looking forward to playing as Alicia Fox because I feel like she's so fun to play as in video games. She has such a fun little moveset. So speaking of movesets, before we move on real quick, I heard that the Bella's movesets and entrances will be completely updated this year as well. So I mean that's good news.
That's about fucking time. They've had the same entrance.
Yeah.
They've had that same entrance for 3 games now.
Do you think they'll do separately and then together?
Yeah.
Yeah, because now that Brie has her own theme song, I feel like it's really going to be separated. And they'll have, like, a unique tag team entrance or something.
I really can't wait to play with Finn Balor, though. That's the person I really, really, really want to play with. I want to play with Finn Balor and Hideo Itami. Those are the 2. And Rusev, because I love Rusev in 2015. He was my favorite character to play as.
So it was so fun.
It was so much fun to play with Rusev. So I can't wait to see who's going to be fun to play with this year.
I'm also
play with John Cena.
Of course you do.
I'm
also kind of looking forward to see like Attitude Era superstars who they're going to throw in the game. Like I'd love to see the Hardy Boys, but I doubt that's going to happen.
We're going to get Road Dogg and Mr. Ass, of course. I think we're going to get NWO.
I don't think so because Hulk Hogan has now been completely removed from 2K16.
Well, I think he'll be out. I think we're just gonna get Kevin Nash, X-Pac, and who else is in that little crew? Razor Ramon. I think that's it. They'll keep Hulk out and keep the rest of them in.
All right. Well, that's. I mean, are you guys upset that Hulk's not going to be in the game, or because I'm really not, to be honest?
Yeah, I'm so upset. I'm losing sleep.
What did you say?
I said I'm so upset and I'm losing sleep.
All right, perfect. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic. Let's go to Raw. So, James, what's been going on with Raw this past Monday?
Oh my god, a lot's been going on freaking Monday Night Raw, but let's get to it. We had a cool little backstage promo. Oh, first of all, Stephanie comes out and cuts amazing promo early in the show where
I loved that.
she had everybody ready for a Cena and a Seth match for the WWE Championship. The only one that wasn't here for it was probably me because I was over it. Those fans are so gullible wherever they were at. But anyways, Stephanie cut a cool little promo. I like that. I thought that was cute. And then we cut backstage with the Diva segment. We have Paige backstage. She's talking with Team Paige, Team Takeover, whatever you'd like, with Becky and Charlotte. And then she gets interrupted by Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Tamina, Team Bad. Great backstage freaking segment with the Divas. It was one of my favorites. I felt like Naomi shined out of all those Divas standing there. She's really picked up her game, Naomi. You have picked up your game. I cannot say it anymore. Naomi is currently one of the most interesting Divas I feel like on the main roster right now because of I like growth. I like to see growth. And trust me, Charlotte, Sasha, they're all amazing. But I like to watch somebody grow, and I'm so happy to see Naomi grow like this. Naomi had a cool... Naomi's so sassy. I can't get over it. And then Becky Lynch cuts off Sasha. And then Tamina with her one-liners. You watch your mouth. I love it. Tamina cut off Becky. I cannot wait for the Tamina versus Becky Lynch match. I think that's going to be really, really good. But it was a cool little segment. I liked it. It was cute. And then Team Bad walks off, and then we get a match between Sasha and Paige, which went on to, I believe it was like over 11 minutes, I believe it was. Awesome match. Amazing match. These Divas were hard-hitting. It was on point. We got a little mix-up at the corner with Paige and Sasha. It was fine for me. This is like the first time in a while they've actually worked together, so they're going to work. Not even an issue. They covered it really well. I loved how Sasha was on the apron. Sasha was mocking Paige. I love how she does that. Very heelish. And Sasha went over. She got the win. She won clean. She hit it with the bank statement. Paige tapped out quickly, even though Paige a little bit botched it. I wouldn't say Paige botched it, but...
I think it was both of them.
Something happened. There was a misconnect, but it still looked sick as hell. But Sasha came out with the win. It was a hard-hitting match. Sasha killed it. I looked on Twitter. Twitter was blowing up. Everybody was talking about how Sasha should win a Slammy this year. I know Sam Robinson tweeted out that if Sasha doesn't win a Slammy this year, he's going to walk on stage and pull a Kanye West. So I thought that was hilarious. And then we got a lot of hateful comments on Twitter. And a lot of people are pissed off that Paige has been losing. Oh, Paige is jobbing. She's jobbing. She's lost
Are you kidding me?
Yes, this is what...
She's lost 2 matches in a row, and then you call her a jobber.
So, fans need to re-fucking-lax. She gotta lose to gain momentum. That's how it always is. That's how the game is. So, Paige knows exactly what she's doing. She had to put over Sasha. There's no way they're gonna have Sasha lose right now. So, fans need to get over it. You think fans would know the system by now, but people are just so dead. I'm sorry. People are just so stupid sometimes. But, yeah, tell me, what are your thoughts of this match?
Well, for like the backstage segment, oh my god, Naomi, she is impressing the hell out of me. Like the way she walked in, and then the way she walked out, and she goes, "Y'all don't want that bad."
Yeah.
Oh, she was brilliant in that backstage segment. But like, I feel like Charlotte's not getting to say a lot, which is quite a shame because she can talk on the mic. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But in terms of the match, like, oh my god, they got 11 minutes. It was a phenomenal match. Obviously, they had a bit of miscommunication in the corner and the bank statement. And I do feel like it was both Sasha and Paige's fault. You can't blame one of them because they're both working together. But Sasha had me hilarious when she was mocking Paige on the apron going, "Ah!" Hilarious. Yeah, I think it was a really good match. You can't fault it one bit, despite the little botches, but hey. But there's just one problem still, and it's Paige's spot calling. I know they have to do it sometimes, but she's doing it so loud, the mic's picking it up. They either need to turn it down, or she needs to whisper it.
It's production. It's the mics, Tommy. The mics are so loud.
They need to turn the mic down in the corners, because they've got mics in the corners, so they need to turn them down.
They definitely do.
But the match was absolutely brilliant, and Sasha Banks, the boss.
The boss.
Well, another thing, like the fans saying that Paige is losing. She's lost 2 weeks. She's had a push for, a year and a half? consistent push for a year and a half.
2 Diva titles. Come on.
So, Sasha Banks can't lose. Charlotte can't lose. Becky can't lose because the NXT Divas either just come up and see that they're the hot property at the minute in Divas division. They can't lose.
Cannot. I agree with you 100%. Nikki, your thoughts on this match? And promo?
Oh my gosh, the promo beforehand, like, this is what I was talking about with the Divas Revolution, is that we really need to start establishing individual characters, and I agree with you, James. I've been riding the Naomi train since she turned heel. I feel like she has really capitalized on this heel persona, and she's, like, just going with that. I love her personality. She's just so sassy backstage. Like, she's the leader of Team Bad in a sense, even though it's like Sasha Banks is the boss and the mean bitch, but Naomi's kind of like the head leader of it all. So I really like that. I love Tamina's one-liners. I feel like Tamina working with any of these girls too. I'd even like to see Charlotte versus Tamina. Tamina can be kind of a sloppy worker, but she's very hard-hitting, which is what I like about her. So I feel like her working with any of them would be really fun to see. Going on to the match, So I always love when Sasha would work matches against Paige down in NXT when she first started. I felt like they always had really good chemistry, so I was really excited to see this match. And they had a lot of time, and even going earlier onto the show when Stephanie was out, she even announced the Diva matches for the night, which I was like, yes, girl, like, thank you very much. I love that. Just to kind of like keep emphasis on these new divas and give them characters, and Sasha just really shows that she is main roster ready. And she's a great worker in that ring, and she's just going to be a great worker in that ring for years to come. But I thought the match was great. That little miscue at the end, I didn't notice it my first time around, James. Only the second time. I was like, oh, okay, they're kind of like lost in their spot, but they handled it so well, and I really like that. Because if it's like Rosa in there, she's like, oh, so I don't know. I was kind of happy to see them go together. Other than that, the end with the bank statement, yeah, it was just a little off. I don't know if Paige wasn't in the right position or if Sasha's knees weren't, but regardless of it, hard fought match, and it just really kind of showed like Sasha's just going to do anything to win this match because she needs to win. So that's what I like about her character too. Like, if there is a mess, like, it's kind of like rough, you know, like, okay, well, whatever, I don't care, I'm just going to try to do anything possible. So yeah, my only nitpick, like I said, like Tom said earlier, is the spot calling. Like, I can kind of agree with you, James, about the mics being turned up too high, but I mean, the mics are up high at the same level, and you don't hear anybody else spot calling nearly as much as Paige does. So I don't know what she needs to do. If she needs to have her hair down in front of her face more. I know a lot of the girls use that trick. So yeah. Other than that, though, I feel like it was a great match, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Sasha just work with other girls too, like one-on-one matches, because she's a fucking boss. So yeah, I loved that segment though, and that match.
Here's the thing: when it comes to Divas matches, they put up the mic because the Divas are not as heavy as the superstars. So when you get that impact, because WWE wants that impact sound. So when the Divas go out, because they're not as heavy, they bring up the mic volume. I didn't know this. I heard this on the podcast of...
I didn't hear that
I can't remember who's... I think it was Colt Cabana or somebody. One of them was talking about it. And I was like, that makes perfect sense. That's why we always hear the Divas. So... that's a major issue, and it's always in the corners, because notice every time we hear Paige, she's in the corner telling somebody something. It's always in the corner with Paige. And Paige is naturally loud and obnoxious, and we'll get into that later. She does need to work on that. I'm not saying, like, Paige is not loud, because she is loud. Because you don't hear some of the other divas, but... Paige is naturally loud, so the mic picks her up easily. But the other thing with Paige, with a lot of people going in about the botching thing, a lot of people are blaming on Paige, because this is the second time that she didn't successfully pull over the bank statement. So that's the only thing. It could be Paige, she's afraid to do the backflip or something. Paige, you know, she's human. She's not going to be able to do everything, guys. So, like, she just... And you know what? I kind of like how it's a little rough when Sasha hit the bank statement with that one knee on Paige. I thought it still looked sick as hell to me. And with the whole spot thing, she covered up well. So...
And the torque Sasha does too. That's what really makes that bank statement super effective. Because I love a backstabber, like any day of the week. But having the torque with the crossface too just makes it that much more brutal looking. Like, ooh, oh my god! Like when Charlotte sells it, like she's the best. Like, because I know she's so flexible. It's just like, God, girl, like you're breaking her neck.
But when it comes to Team Bad and the leader with Naomi, I 100% agree with you, Nikki. She is the leader. Even though Sasha is the boss, Naomi is the leader. And I feel like, give us a surprise, WWE. I don't want Sasha to be champ yet. I don't want Charlotte to be champ, nor do I want Becky. It's Naomi. Give Naomi that belt. Have her team bad with that belt for a bit. And then she can lose the belt, and then have Sasha probably have Charlotte and her feud for that belt. And then have Sasha get involved. After Charlotte takes the belt off Naomi, then have Sasha go and feud up with Charlotte.
Yeah, that would be great, but I do think that
Charlotte's going to get it?
Yeah, Charlotte's going to get it first, which
I see that happening.
At least it's another diva, but I don't really think they're going to give Naomi the belt to end Nikki's title reign unless they do a triple threat match or a fatal 4-way 6-pack challenge, however they want to do it.
I think a
Charlotte's
3-way. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was going to say, I think a 3-way would be best. I think they should have a tournament, because I know, Nikki, you love your tournaments. They should have a tournament, have Naomi win, have Sasha win, Charlotte win, and then have them in the, kind of qualify to get into
you could have individual singles matches, and the winner of each one-on-one match goes in the championship match.
And then I think finally,
they could easily set that up. They could. You know what? I'm just going to book a little segment for Raw this week. It would be perfect having all these divas out in the ring bitching. No, I want to be number one contender. I deserve it. I'm making a statement here. Blah, blah, blah. Chirping back and forth. Stephanie comes out and then she announces the qualifier tournaments. Whoever wins these tournaments will then have to go and up against Nikki for the Divas Championship. And then she's like, Nikki, you said you wanted competition. Well, here you go. You're going to not have to face not only one, but 4 or
3.
3 contenders, you know?
Yeah. Well, saying that, actually. Yeah. Saying that on SmackDown, Becky Lynch had a video package, and how she's saying that she's gunning for that Divas title tonight. You've not heard Sasha or Charlotte say it yet. Becky was the first one to say it, so you never know, it could be happening soon.
Well, Charlotte still hasn't had her promo yet. Like Sasha had hers last
week.
Yeah, I think Charlotte, they're kind of saving her for the end. She's like their golden girl right now, which I'm not opposed to.
She's very taken care of, and I think
so.
Go ahead, Nick.
Oh no, I was done.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that the NXT girls are booked properly. A lot. Why are people complaining? There's 3 of them. There's so many spots. They all can't be in the same goddamn spotlight. So I think it's properly booked. I think with Becky getting a lot of talking roles is perfect because she's not getting these big matches. So hell yeah. Give her these promos and let her say that she's coming after the title. Because you still have to make her a factor. She still has to be a factor in the division with this whole Divas Revolution. So I'm glad that they're not forgetting about her and they're giving her that mic time. And Charlotte not as much because Charlotte's getting the main spotlight matches. She was just on a pay-per-view. She had a singles match on Raw. So Charlotte's taken care of. And then same with Sasha. Sasha was on the pay-per-view matches. She's had her singles match on Raw. So now it's Becky's turn. Now she's talking. She was supposed to have her singles match on SmackDown, but that got canceled. So who knows what happened with that? But she had a match with Brie. But let's move on. We get into the ring. Summer and Rusev are in the ring. Rusev is just showering Summer Rae with presents, and Summer's just there, glowing like a fucking Christmas tree. Rusev gives her a puppy. The puppy's the cutest thing in the world. I was like, oh, how sweet. I thought it was cute. I thought it was a fun
That dog looked terrified.
He did. I think it's the crowd. It was the crowd. The crowd freaked out the dog. But anyways, so Rusev then goes out and pulls out a wet fish, a headless fish, and he pulls it out and he's like, oh, and this, first they call the dog Dog Ziggler, which I think is charming.
Summer.
I was like, oh, how charming. And then they pull out the fish and he's like, this is Lana. And then all of a sudden Lana comes out with her new Bellamy hair. Girl, she looked good.
Oh, yes.
Lana comes out.
Lana, slay.
Slay, and she was switching it on the ramp walking down there. She was like, switch, switch, switch. Yes, baddest bitch. Yes, Lana looked amazing. She comes into the ring. She cuts a cool little promo. And then all of a sudden she turns into fucking Sonya Blade, ponytail and all. She gets fucking Summer Rae in this maneuver or something. I don't know what it was, like an armbar. She gets Summer down. First she smacks Summer, and then she gets her into that. Then she shoves Summer's face into the fish and drags all around. Summer's selling for days. And then she walks off. It was a great segment. Summer's selling it, and then Rusev walks over to give Summer a hug, and then he walks away from her because she stinks. So I think it was perfect for Lana to come out and embarrass Summer like that.
And then Rusev threw the fish at Lana.
Yeah. And then Lana walks off, and Rusev picks up the fish and he throws it at freaking Lana. All I was
there
thinking
goes Rose's career.
when he was throwing that fish, I was just like, oh my god, I hope PETA don't make this a big deal.
I was worried he was gonna like hit her in the back of the head. I was like, oh god, Bruce, wow.
That would be gold if he hit her. If he hit her with that fish, I would love it. Because you know what it would do? It would just add on to the story. It really would. And like, oh, now he's getting physical with her. You know, I don't know. I'm dark. But what do you think, Nikki? What do you think of this segment?
This was a really fun segment. I honestly thought Ziggler was going to return tonight, but they're really prolonging his return, which I kind of like. So it's just giving more time for Lana and Summer to kind of just like build up their hatred for each other, which I'm loving. I just thought it was really cute when Rusev and Summer was out there, and he's like, all right, oh, hot Summer. He's like, I have presents for you, so he gives her the dog. Dog looks terrified. She's like scratching at her neck. She's like, oh my god, it's so cute. Ooh. And she puts it down, and then he's like, and I have this disgusting, smelly, vile fish named Lana. I was like, oh my god, you're too much. Lana coming down, like you said, her walking down just like a bad bitch. She's just like, you know what? Like, I've had enough of these two. So she just comes down, gets in Summer's face, and just like gives her a quick little shin kick, and then like gets her in this little judo arm bar. I was like, Jesus, girl. And I was like, oh god, she's gonna make her eat that poor fish. And she just shoves her face down into it. And it just got me thinking, I was like, poor Summer. Like, this girl has had her face shoved in cat litter, and now
fish.
That was gross, yeah. And now too, just a stinky ass fish. So she sold it for days, which I loved, and then just Lana walking off. She's just like, okay, I'm done. And when he threw the fish, I was like, oh my god, like, is it gonna hit her? And then she's gonna like turn back around and come storming back. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I thought it was a really fun segment, and I like how they're just kind of keeping it strictly for Raw, so they're not giving too much away. And yeah, I'm really excited. Like, this is my favorite storyline going on Raw, so I'm really excited what's gonna happen next week with them.
Your thoughts, Tommy?
I love this segment. Like, when Rusev got the dog out, the dog looked legit, scared. And then he got the fish out, I thought, oh my god, is she going to slap Lana with the fish? And then all you heard was, shut up. Then she came down, strutting her stuff with her Uber hair, slay bitch slay. She got in the ring, and, you know, it was a fun segment. Like, when she kicked her, I thought, ooh. And then as she walked to Summer, she just flicked her heels back. I thought, yes, bitch, DDT her or something into the fish. I honestly thought she was going to do that because she had her by the head.
I would love that.
Face plant her. Oh, God, yes. Just smush her in. Or get the fish and just smush it in her face. But I like you said, Nick, I agree with you totally. I like how they're keeping it to Raw, because like, on SmackDown they're having Rusev against a jobber with Summer in the corner. Like, if they do it on Raw and SmackDown, the longevity, is that the word? Yes, that is the word.
Yeah.
Well done, Tom. The longevity is not going to last long. So I think Dolph's going to return.
Right, and it's not going to make it as special.
No. I think Rusev and Hot Summer are going to have Lana trapped, and then Dolph's going to come down and attack them, and then a mixed tag will be announced. You know, I'm very excited to see Lana's debut, and I think we are definitely 100% going to get the mixed tag match at SummerSlam.
Do you think her doing that maneuver on Summer was just a teaser to let us know that Lana's coming for that ring? Like,
maybe.
I think so.
But there's part of me, I've read rumors that it's just going to be Dolph versus Rusev at SummerSlam. So it's like, is Lana and Summer just going to be in the corners, and we're just going to get another cat fight? Because I feel like that's a missed opportunity, though.
It could get turned into a mixed tag. Like, they could be fighting so much that Stephanie or someone comes out and says, hold on, let's get these girls in the ring. And then they, you know, have a mixed tag. Even though they might be in their suits, but they wear shorts underneath it.
Yeah, that would be okay, but my envision of like how Lana's going to be introduced into wrestling is like Summer challenging her. Like, you know what? I'm an accomplished wrestler. Like, I can easily destroy you in this ring, kind of thing. Like, who are you, Lana? Like, you can't do anything. And kind of like challenge her, and like Summer thinks she's like has the advantage on her, and then Lana just pulls out some crazy like karate jujitsu shit on her.
Like a DDT into the fish.
Yeah, DDT into that bitch.
All right, speaking of fish, the Bella Twins come out later for a Divas tag team match.
Good segue.
Yeah.
Well, the Bellas come out for a tag team match with Team Bella. It consists of Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte. The match was cool. Becky Lynch gets the win with it. She makes Alicia Fox tap out. Great match, hard-hitted match. Freaking Charlotte was all over the place in this match. I really liked it. Nikki really showed her strength. I was so interested in seeing her and Nikki work each other. I thought it was cool to watch these two go at it with each other. Charlotte was just whooping ass. Apparently, she injured Alicia Fox in this match. Alicia has a mild concussion. But overall, it was a good match. I liked it. I thought they had a good amount of time. It was fast paced. And I'm glad that Becky Lynch picked up the win, making Alicia Fox tap. So, overall, I thought it was a great, great match. Your thoughts, Tom?
The tag match where Alicia got injured, when she got concussed, it was when Alicia had Charlotte in that submission when she was lifted with her feet in the back. And then as Charlotte flipped over, like her knee went into Alicia's temple. And I thought, oh, that didn't look good. Even Paige on the outside was like, oh, shit.
Oh, is that when she...
That was when... Yeah, I thought it was when she tripped her up and she landed on her head.
Yeah, I thought it was that leg sweep. Oh,
no,
shit.
It was when Charlotte flipped over and landed her knee in the temple. But anyway, it was a good 6-7 minute match. And I like the fact that they're giving Becky the opportunity this week. Like, she got the win on Raw. She was apparently supposed to have a match with Nikki on SmackDown, but because of Cena's surgery, Nikki had to leave. So Becky got a victory over Brie Bella instead. So I like the fact that this week is Becky's week. But, the tag match, I like the combinations. I liked Charlotte versus Nikki, Alicia versus Becky, and vice versa in different combinations. Bellas are Bellas, but I think it was a brilliant match, and I'm looking forward to see what they're doing next week. Awesome. But I hope next week they're not just going to have 2 matches. I hope they have like one match and one mic segment, or just something different, just to establish characters for now.
Or a long segment that would span the time of a second match. But
right.
Your thoughts?
Girl, I'm here for anything.
Your thoughts, Nikki?
I thought the second match was great. I love how Raw has been giving us 2 Diva matches every week. Like, that's perfect, because really, after the Divas match on Raw, if it's in the first hour, like, it just drags through. Like, I'm just not looking forward to anything unless it's a Summer or Lana appearance. Other than that, I'm just kind of like, And that's not to say, like, the wrestling isn't really good for the show, because the past couple of weeks, Raw's been pretty bumping. But I think it's because of the Divas Revolution. We've been having these 2 matches, and not just short little squash matches, like, really good matches with these girls. And, I agree with you, James. I was really intrigued to see how Charlotte would work with Nikki and with Alicia, and vice versa with Becky as well. Like, because I know that they have such great chemistry down in NXT, but it's a totally different ball field when you're up on main roster with these women. So that was great. I thought Alicia got her concussion when Charlotte did the leg sweep, because she fell on her head pretty hard, but I guess it was the knee of the temple. So I hope she's okay. Hopefully it was just a mild concussion, and just kind of have her managing for the next couple weeks, maybe.
It is.
I don't know.
It's a mild concussion. And I think you're right, Nikki. When she hit her head, I think that was just the beginning, and then when Charlotte kneed her in the head, that was like it. They were like, all right.
I could it started it off for her.
All right.
But I love the ending of the match, too, and I like how Becky did pick up the win for herself and got the disarmer. I like how she transitioned into it well. So it was really nice. So, yeah, good match. Raw was really good.
Well, speaking of injuries going on, John Cena was injured in the main event match against Seth Rollins due to a knee to the face. But he still won the match. Surprise, surprise. Super Cena never loses. But can I just say...
Oh, no, he doesn't.
It was a good match, whatever, fine. The crowd was into it because it was a pro-Cena fan. Pro-Cena crowd, which is fine. There's not too many of them, so whatever. But here's the thing. Why is everybody making it such a big fucking deal that Cena broke his nose? Kevin Owens broke his nose. Trish Stratus broke her fucking nose. Why is it such a big deal that Cena broke his nose in the ring?
I think it's the fact that we're actually seeing pictures and how badly broken
it's not that bad. Kurt Angle's won matches and gold medals with a broken fucking neck. I don't understand why Cena is a big deal that he broke.
You know what it is? It's because it's fucking John Cena. It's their golden boy, and they're like, oh god,
look at him.
He's our merch. He does all of our appearance. Yeah, he does all of our appearances. He has to go here and there, and he has a fucked up nose now. Shit. So now they're panicking. So
he had surgery on SmackDown. That's why Nikki had to go.
Okay, that's my other thing. Why the fuck does Nikki Bella need to take a day off because John Cena?
I
has
know,
to go get
girl.
His
you're
nose
not married. Hello.
Like I don't
question your passion.
I don't think that's the reason why she was going. Has it been confirmed? That's why she wasn't there. Because I know that Nikki has a minor injury herself. I think her hamstring or something like that. That's why she's been working really late matches and tag team matches. Because I know that she's working through an injury as well. So that's why I thought the whole Becky Lynch thing. Maybe she thought since Cena's gonna be out, I should go out and take care of this too. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Nikki Bella, but I feel like they should have put Brie Bella versus Becky Lynch on SmackDown and just turn it into a storyline like my sister can't beat Brie. Then again, they thought Brie cannot talk on TV to save her life.
I know. I was thinking that they could be like, oh, Nikki doesn't think like you deserve to have a non-title match, so I'm gonna face her. You know,
they could have even played off on Nikki's Total Diva character. Oh, there is new Louboutins that's been released in Paris, and Nikki flew out to go pick it up. So you know what I mean? Like they're so like. This shit writes itself, and they just don't get it. But anyways, that was my rant on Cena.
We might not even be able to see... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Tom.
Oh, sorry. I said we might not even be able to see Becky versus Brie because God knows what happens to main event when it gets released.
I know. I never see main event anymore. Is it on the network?
No. I haven't seen it since Layla's last tag match, which
main event is a
mess.
mess. The network needs to get it together. They need to figure out what the fuck they're doing with that. But that was Raw. Let's move on. What's our next topic?
Next topic's NXT, so Tom, take it away and be kind or else you're going to get another lashing.
You know what? You actually may be surprised slightly.
Let's go.
I'll leave it for that. So looking at last week's NXT, we saw the re-debut of my queen, Eva. But this week, we saw NXT take a different turn and other girls got the spotlight. The first Diva sighting we saw was Carmella, who was at ringside with her boys, as they lost their tag match against Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. She looked, as they say, F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S.
Did you have a brain fart?
Hey, I can spell that now, by the way. Yes. I could never used to spell it. All bananas, like the Gwen Stefani song. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
All right, Brie.
I put too many N's in or too many A's.
Okay, Brianna.
I'm not anorexic, thank you.
I don't think Brie's anorexic.
No, she isn't.
Compared to me, she is, boo.
You know what? She's a skinny bitch. I'm a skinny bitch too, so I can't say nothing.
And I'm a heifer bitch, so...
She just doesn't have tits, that's all. But go on.
She's just flat-chested.
Yeah.
I think mine are bigger than hers. Anyway, the next item we saw was what we thought was going to be a tap-out commercial, or in the UK we'd say advert. But hey, this is America, so woo. But it was actually a Charlotte and Dana video package feud. You know, Dana basically says she's going to take Charlotte out of NXT, and is what I think is jealousy because Charlotte got what she wanted. You know, for me, I like this video package. I like how they use the Instagram photos to show Dana has been helping Charlotte out with her cardio and strength. I know I dislike Dana, but I can agree when I see something right. You know, this video package, bear with guys, because I'm going to actually praise her for once. It put Dana in the light of the future of the NXT women's division.
Oh.
And as much... Hold on.
I'm just shocked.
I'm
clutching onto my pearls.
And as much as it kills me to say this, it's true that she's going to be the future of the women's division. Kill me now. They edited Dana's hold on. You know, they edited Dana's promos to sound like somewhat okay, like she wasn't all mismatched, like she has been talking. You know, still, I'm not a fan and will never be a fan because she's a bitch, but there's just something
How is she
missing.
a bitch?
You will get your turn.
Go on, I'm sorry.
Something that I can't put my finger on. But anyway, the video package served its purpose. And hey, I praised him a little bit. But anyway, Anyway, James, what did you think of the video package?
All right. I thought the cinematography was on fucking point. Like how they started out as a tap out promo and then honestly get cut off by Dana Brooke. Like, oh, why the hell they picked Charlotte? Like I was like, yes, my girl. But these are two of my favorite NXT divas. I'm a Dana Brooks fan. I love her. I love Charlotte. I love Sasha. These are my three. And I just love them all. I'm sorry. I love them all. They're all my kids. I'm Professor X. But when she cut off that promo, I was like, how innovative, how fucking cool. Like, NXT is just showing WWE what they need to fucking do. Like, this is the future. The future is now, and it's done at NXT. Even from the way they shoot the damn show is on fucking point. And it's only an hour long, and I feel like I watched so much in that 1 hour. It's crazy. But when it came to that fucking promo, Dana Brooks for days. I love how they showed how Charlotte's copying her workout resumes, like how she works out and stuff. I'm a fitness competitor. Look at my Instagram pictures. This bitch is working out with me, taking tips from me, but she's on the tap out shit. Like, I love that. I feel like they built up their feud very, very well. But when it came down to the match, which I don't think we got into the match yet, but we'll get to it. But I'm here for that promo. That promo was everything.
Nick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. And it really it caught me off guard because I thought it was the tap out commercial.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Charlotte's looking cute again, and then it's just like, it's like, hold up. I'm like, Dana girl. I thought it was so innovative. I really like how they actually brought in their real life friendship into this feud as well, because we see them on Instagram, like you said, James, all the time. They work out together, they travel together, they're besties. We've even talked about it on the show before. So I love how they incorporated that, and it's like, you know what, she works out with me and she's taking my fitness tips and she's the one that gets to take this cover. That is not fair. She has been given every single opportunity. She's on the main roster, well, now I'm taking the opportunities down here. So I was just like, yes, girl. And I love how much build they've actually had to this short little mini feud down in NXT. It's really actually made me a fan of Dana Brooke, because before I was not. Like, when even her first debut, I was like, all right, girl, you're moving your arms around too much, you need to sell your tea kettle. But now I've seen how much growth she's had, and we'll get into the match after. But yeah, I was really impressed with this promo because, like I said, it caught me off guard. So I was like, oh, how clever.
She's gotten so much exposure in her short time in NXT. I feel like she's all over fucking NXT.
She is. She's even in the opening promo now as well. So
she's growing. The bitch is growing. She's becoming.
Yeah. Nameplate and everything.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I'm here for it.
Well, I'm not. So after this, we got a backstage segment with Basic Taylor, who has Dana and Emma, who are apparently being called something like Pretty Hurts or something, which, I like it. I think, Pretty Hurts, yeah. I like it because, it's a name for them, since Dana is the strong one and that Emma is the, well, what is Emma? Emma's the boring one.
The bland, boring one?
The bland, placid, dead eyes one. Dana speaks, but she gets cut off as Dana says Charlotte is going to be sent packing tonight, and she's about to tap Devin, but she says tonight is important. Devin wishes her luck, but she came back and tapped her.
But this time...
I love that.
But this time, Devin actually had something to say. Seriously?
Yeah, like little personality, which I'm actually going to get onto that, actually, because I think that could lead into something quite interesting. So, compared to the segment last week that they had when Emma was the one talking, this one had purpose and actually had, can't believe I'm going to praise her a little bit, but Dana had personality compared to last week where it was Emma talking and it was basically nothing. So I give her props to that, but, still no. I can't get on board with Dana being the total diva because Nikki is, but that is another topic for another day. Well, where was I? Hold on. Oh, yeah. With Emma, she's just boring. She brings absolutely fuck all. Sorry to swear, but still, she just stands there with her dead eyes and her soured lips. To be honest, if WWE.com was released, said she was released, A, I won't be surprised. B, I won't be bothered by it. Sure, she's a good worker, but for the character, she brings nothing. Like, as a heel, we was expecting her to bring, like, good things, but at the minute, she's just, like, being overshadowed by David Brooke. So, James, what did you think of this backstage segment?
I thought the promo was amazing. I think Dana Brooks once again killed it. She did. Like, people here, I don't know why you keep saying you can't believe it. I believe it. She's killing it every time I see her. Every time I see her, the girl gets better and better, so I'm not surprised. But I'm just waiting for the day she goes and pats on Devin's head and Devin just punches her in the face and just starts going at it. I think that's how they need to do it. I don't want her to stop her hand when Dana goes to go pat it. I don't want that. You're not going to do it this time. I want her to just knock her out, because that's...
I think she will.
That's just a human reaction, Don't put your hands on me and just hit her. That's what Devin needs to do.
Just hit her, Devin.
Just hit her. Like how I said with Lana, when Summer came out dressed up like Lana, I was like, no, Lana, go out there and whip her fucking ass. That's exactly what Lana did. She went out there and she beat her ass. But then again, Summer did slap her earlier. But... regardless, I thought it was perfect. And when it comes to Emma, girl, Emma, you need so much help. I really, 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 really wish Dusty was around right now. Because Summer, you Emma, you really, really need him. Because your promos, the way that you carry yourself through TV, it was as dead as the fish Summer's face ran across. Like, it was that entertaining. Like the fish had more life than fucking Summer. Than Emma on Monday Night Raw. It's ridiculous. Emma, and then the entrance when she came out and she just flipped her. I was like, that's not you. You haven't found this character at all. I don't feel like she's doing any homework. I don't feel like she's trying. I feel like she's given up. Honestly, I don't get nothing from her. I think
nothing. I do think. Sorry, James. I do think that they will release her quite soon because they are the NXT the Australian girls. Because you've got Cassie, you've got Jessie, who are going to get established characters in the next few months. Then you might have Gigi coming up the ranks and toughen up.
I feel like if they're gonna do something with this Australian Diva tag team, turn them heel. Get them some fucking gear because their gear is hideous.
Oh, they're like Bella Twins 2.0.
Oh my god! No, their gear is the Bella Twins have cute ass gear. The Bella Twins gear is always on fucking point. I never hated on what the Bellas wear because they have one of my favorite attires. The Bellas, I love their attires. But when it comes to these two Australian bitches, a mess. I feel like they need to put Emma with them. Have one of the because I know that the Jessie McKay is a good talker. I seen her cut a promo on YouTube and she's pretty good. And she has a lot of personality she showed in her match when she had a match on NXT. Put them in a stable, the Australian team, whatever, team down under, I don't know, whatever. Put Emma with these Australian girls and see what happens. If she doesn't grow from that, then Emma, goodbye. Yes, then I would say goodbye. But that's how I feel about that promo.
Just before I get on to you, Nick, I just had a thought. Yes, Brainwave. James, you said earlier about the whole Dana and Devon thing. Mm-hmm. How about if Dana has a match against, someone, and then she beats her and demands Devon to come down to the ring and interview her, and when she's done interviewing her, she taps her on the head. Basic Taylor grabs her hand and says, "No, you are not going to touch me." And then Dana and Emma attack her, which causes a Bailey or a babyface.
Well, Tommy, how about you
come down to the ring?
Can I give you a little homework, Tommy? How about you come up with a fantasy booking for Dana Brooke? Well, how would you book her? Because since you are the Dana hater, how would
Dana? I said Devon.
But you incorporated Dana. I'm just saying, I would like you to do a Devon Taylor. Fucking
that would get 0 views.
No, that's not true.
That's not true. I think people would be interested. You know what? Let us know in the comments if you guys would be interested in Devon Taylor / Dana Brooks fantasy booking from yours truly, Tom. Let's see.
My god.
Let's see, Tom. You have good ideas. You really do. So why not put it on a piece of paper?
Oh no, I meant 0 views because Devon Taylor's basic and boring.
Oh no, but
you could make her less basic and boring. How fun is that?
By going to the gym. Oh no, that wasn't nice.
Oh my god.
Nick, what did you think of that?
You are such a bitch, Tom.
I know you are.
I took my pills today.
You're like the total bitch of TPP.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
There we go. That's a little name for you. Anyway, so I thought the backstage segment was great. Dana Brooks, every single time she is backstage, she improves. Every single time on the mic. I know sometimes she could sound a little slower or just a little dumb in a sense, but it kind of works for her character. And I really liked it. And now that you've mentioned the whole Devon Taylor thing, I did like at the end, she's like, you know what, I need to focus tonight. Tonight's too serious for that. She walks away, she's like, just kidding, and taps her on the head again. I just thought that was so funny, and how I would book it, instead of having it in the ring, I would have it kind of just like James said, like her tap the head, and as she's walking off, Devon's like, oh, hell no.
Snatch
and like grabs her hair and just like rips her back, and then just a little fight backstage, like if Emma's there, she could like rip her off, and like security could be like, oh, whoa, 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 and like kind of like pull them apart, and she'd be like, "You're asking for it."
It would be so shocking. It would be so shocking, Nikki, because that's something people will not expect to come from Devon Taylor. And right. She has this character that sorry to cut you up, but she has this character that she's been coming out with the sunglasses and the purse, and I guess she's a
California girl.
She's a heel or something like that. So I would like to see her work bring that character out somewhat, and just snatch up Dana Brooks. And Dana Brooks she's the most stable heel they have down there going on. So
she's the biggest bitch in NXT right now.
She is. But go on, sorry.
But that was it for the promo itself. I liked it. Let's just get into the match now, because that's where I was kind of like,
Yeah. Go on, Tom.
Okay, so up next is the women's match of the night, as Charlotte came out in her I don't know why she came out in her NXT debut gear, but anyway, side note, Charlotte, please stick with your main roster gear because that is flawless. And anywho, Dana's out next with Dead Eyes, Emma. The match goes about 4.5 minutes, which for a match that has a feud built behind it for NXT, for 4.5 minutes, it's not actually that long. Charlotte wins via the natural selection. Honestly, I think this match felt a little bit flat to me. Like, I can't understand why and how. You know, you could have had the fact that Charlotte and Dana don't have the fire of chemistry. This match should have been given, at least 2 more minutes. Perhaps it's the fact that Dana just basically had submissions locked in on Charlotte, or maybe it was the fact that I'm over Charlotte on NXT now, and I'm ready for her on the main roster. The match was basically Charlotte booting Dana, Emma distracts, Dana locks in into about 3 submissions, Emma gets on the rope again, Charlotte kicks her, natural selection, end of match. Like, you could have cut one of the tag matches or the boring Corbin match and give it 2 or 3 more minutes. In terms of the match itself, I hope that they get a rematch because it just felt a little flat, a bit to me, And by the way, those signs for Dana, why? Like, why? James, what did you think?
Because she's the most over diva down on NXT right now. After
Bayley?
Sasha Banks and Charlotte and Bayley. Yeah, she's part of that crew now. Tell them, hate it or love it. She's there now. And she's there to stay. And the fans are loving her. You're like the only one that I hear throwing so much shade. She gets so much love. Because this girl's actually improving down at NXT.
Not for me. Anyway, James...
You just praised her. You just praised her and said that she did great. She did great, but she's a bitch.
Yes, like I said earlier, I can agree something when she's doing good. Still not
why is she a bitch? All right, tell me, why is she a bitch? Please tell me why. Like, you personally...
You explain, no. Professionally, a character, you explain it to me 1,000 times and I still can't understand it. There's just something about her that I cannot connect with.
So she's doing her job. You don't like a bitch.
It's the way she's...
she's great. She's great. Yeah, I don't think it's
No.
separating her character.
I wouldn't hate on a girl
personally.
personally because I don't know her personally, even though she's dating Poppy Dolph Ziggler, but that's Gigi's problem for the day. But, no, she's doing her character well because I don't like her. Like Kelly, she was a babyface. I could have actually ripped out her placid hair and chucked her to the fish.
Well, I can't hate somebody without a reason. I just can't.
That's what I think, Tom, you're kind of doing a little bit.
You're not giving me a proper reason. I could tell you why I don't like Rose.
I feel like you're choosing Dana as your specific diva that you just want to hate on and throw shade at all the time. Like, she's just the one that kind of landed in your lap.
Actually, no,
so it's like, switch that over to...
Actually, she's got the Bellas as well that I just don't like.
Right. So channel all that negative energy to the Bellas because they've been there for 8 years and Dana has been on NXT for less than a year now and she's doing really good. So.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like, when you tell me you don't like the Bella Twins, you have reasons on why you don't like them. You tell me, Brie can't talk, they're boring on the mic. I'm like, okay, that's understandable. And when I say I don't like Rosa Mendes, obvious reasons. Come on, I really don't need to sit here and tell people why I don't like Rosa. But, obvious reasons. But when you come and tell us that you don't like Dana Brooks, we're all like, well, how come? Because she's a bitch. How is she a bitch? Is it her character, personally?
It's her character. Like I said, I don't know.
But that's her character. Her character is to be a bitch. So that's what, I just don't understand it.
She is doing her character well because I don't like her, the character. Not personally because I don't know her personally. But she's doing good for her character because I'm not a fan of her.
I don't know.
And
listeners, if you guys know...
her gimmick. And I don't bother explaining it because I will not get it again.
Okay, listeners, if you guys can figure out why he doesn't like Dana Brooks, please let us know because me and Nikki have
Write it
no
down
clue.
in the comments below because we need to know.
I have no clue.
God, I'm expecting because he's a cunt.
No,
our listeners aren't that mean.
No, they are not. We have some sweet, cool listeners. We really.
I love you, listeners.
They're really awesome. They're very honest. They say they talk wrestling with us. But anyways, regardless, when it came to the match,
Nick, what do you think of the match?
I didn't even tell you. I just had to go in why you don't like Dana. It's just so much when it comes to Dana Brooks. We can have a whole show on Dana Brooks and on top, for real. But anyway, when it comes to the match, I'll be quick. It didn't live up to the hype. That's plain and simple. It didn't live up to the hype. I feel like the match was rushed. I feel like Dana sold the shit out of Charlotte's spear. I thought she did a great job. She sold the natural selection on point. She didn't get much of an offense. They made her a heel. You know, heels always use submission holds. So I feel like the match was heavily called by people backstage. I feel like they were heavily guided. It didn't feel like a natural Charlotte match. That girth wasn't in there, and the time length was just so ridiculous. And I feel like maybe they should have just had them come out and attack Charlotte and get a disqualification or something. So I didn't like the booking of the match at all, and I'm not going to sit here and say I did. So that's my thoughts on the match. It was disappointing.
I actually kind of liked the match. Like, I know it was really short, but like this build has made me kind of invested in it. So I was really looking forward to seeing these girls work with each other. Especially Dana being so new, and I know Charlotte is one of the best to work with down in NXT. So I thought they did really well. There wasn't any botches that I noticed, and one of my main things I did like about it was Dana's trash talking in this match. I thought she was hilarious. She's like yelling at the band. She's like, "What? I don't suck!" And like, when she had Charlotte in the submission, she's like, "Yeah, you want to pose for tap out? Well, tap out now, tap out now."
I love it.
I was like, yes, Dana, you're so funny. The spear, she sold that beautifully. Like, she sold that better than some of the other girls I've seen it done on. But yeah, I just thought it was good. The match itself was short, but it's NXT. You know, like some matches every match can't go 15 minutes, and there was a lot of matches on this week's episode. Like, there's 5 actual matches. So it's like, well, and promos in between, so I could kind of understand the time restriction, but I agree with you, Tom. I want to see a rematch with these girls, because I think it's far from over, so.
I just can't wait to hear what Dana's excuse is for losing to Charlotte.
Yeah, me too.
That's interesting.
She'll probably blame it on Emma.
I hope
so. Get rid of her.
Well, because apparently they've been doing triple threat matches with her, Bailey, and Emma at the NXT live shows.
Oh, that's good.
So you never know. There could be chest and something out.
That would be awesome. That really would be awesome. She needs to leave Emma, because Emma ain't doing anything for her, honestly. And I think
she doesn't need her.
I think people see it that down at NXT, she does not need Emma at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so anything else about the match?
No. That was about it.
Okay, so after this, we got a 30-second backstage segment with Queen Eva telling basic Devon Taylor that she's gunning for the women's championship. Nikki, she is coming for your coins.
Mm-hmm.
Because you stated this. But what did you think of her segment? Like, for me, I think it's the tone of voice that she needs to just step it up a bit more. Like, she's more confident, I'll give her that, because she's my queen. But there's room for improvement. You know, she's doing the Performance Center, she's doing the NXT Live events, but I think she needs to work more now on her mic skills than her ring skills, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense, because I feel like she was stronger on the mic last week than this week, and I think
it felt flat. It felt quick.
She's kind of like a hit or miss at this point, but I feel like she's going to get it together soon, because she already showed that potential. So I feel like she just had an off night. But Eva, come on, girl, you gotta pick it up. You gotta pick it up at this point, because you're getting the wrestling down. The promo skills gotta pick up too. I think she's gonna get there, so I'm gonna give her a bit of time. I'm gonna give her some time.
I am too. Nick?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's like she read my fucking fantasy booking, because I even had Devin Taylor ask her what she's doing. Mm-hmm. She's like, "Oh, the NXT universe has a misconception of me, blah blah blah." But her getting after the women's title, like, okay, good luck, sweetheart. Like, I just don't think she's ready for it. I feel like on NXT right now, a lot of the women are actually gunning for the title. Like, Bailey last week said she's going after it. Charlotte is still down there, so I don't know what she's going to be up to. And then Dana Brooke is killing it as well, too. So I feel like, Eva, you're kind of at the bottom of the barrel, honey, so you kind of need to elevate yourself, and the best way to do that is to be working on your promos. Because I gave you props last week. Your match was good for your re-debut. I give you props for it, but you're just kind of very monotone in a sense, and I've always had that issue with her. I do agree she's showing a bit more life in her, but I just need a little bit more. So give her a couple of weeks. She's down in NXT, so I can't complain, because that's where she's supposed to be working on stuff. So yeah, I thought it was good, and I'm glad that they continued it on, just with a refresher of what happened last week. So,
well, you see, for the NXT spoilers, I know you two don't like spoilers, but for me, I know what's going to happen going into these next 2 weeks, so it's quite exciting, but I'm not going to spoil anything, because I'm that nice.
Thank you, Tom. We appreciate it.
Even
though,
thank you.
I would like to publicly apologize to Sam. I didn't sleep last night. A kid. So we're in the chat room. Sam just told me that he didn't watch what was it, Tough Enough? And I come in, and I think that's our next topic. Well, after
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But anyways, I come in there, I'm like, oh, so blah, 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 blah. And Tom's like, Sammy's like, what the fuck, James? I was like, my bad. So I want to apologize to freaking Sam. I'm sorry, because I hate spoilers. I really, really do, if I'm really not looking for it. And I know you just told me that you didn't watch, and I came out like an idiot. So I apologize.
He's like, I haven't watched it. I had to wait all day.
Yeah, and then I come in, because he mentioned The Miz. No, it was you, Tommy. You mentioned how you think The Miz is... I was like, yeah, The Miz brings in a lot of personality. And then all of a sudden, I fucked it all up for fucking Sam. So I apologize, Sam, once again. Sam, at Sam Pelly, the brand. But go on, Tommy, sorry.
For me, the best thing about NXT was the main event.
Yeah.
Like, the last Divas sighting we saw was Alexa Bliss as she was in the corner of Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie as they defended their championship belts. Alexa helped her boys retain after she grabbed Aiden's legs, which caused the non-platinum blonde hair one, who I don't know what his name is, to roll up and grab the ties. The match was good, but post-match was even better, and it gave Alexa Bliss sole spotlight. Like, basically, the vaudevillains were not happy that they lost, so they attacked Blake and Murphy, whilst Alexa was in the corner. Now, this is when I got major Trish vibes. Once they got thrown out, Alexa started to walk from the ring, but she was circled by them for a couple of seconds. Like gentlemen, they sat on the ropes and let Alexa go, but the heel diva she is, she slapped them both really hard. Like, it wasn't a light slap, it was a full-on eardrum slap. Basically, for this, I will say, when I read the results from TakeOver saying Alexa Bliss turned heel, it's not the fact that I had doubts, it's the fact that I knew she was a standard good babyface. So for her to turn heel, I will stand up and actually applaud her, because she has demonstrated what heel diva should be. She's cocky, she's arrogant, she's dominant, and she's the HBIC, like, she controls those boys.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Another reason was when she was being circled, and those... Sorry?
No, I was agreeing with you.
Oh, thank you very much. Once in a blue moon. Like I said, I got major Trish vibes, and I do think that because Alexa Bliss, she has shown to play a good face and a good heel, I do think she is going to be a major top player for the women's division on NXT in the next year. So, Nikki, what did you think about Queen Alexa Bliss?
Nick? Oh, I think we lost Nick, Tom.
Oh, okay, James.
He might be on mute. Nikki, I think you're on mute.
Nick.
All right.
James, what did you think?
I'll
And
go
I'll
ahead.
try and get that.
When it comes to Alexa, you know what? You hit the nail on the head. She's a good baby face. She's a great heel. And those are the two tools that you definitely need to become successful in this business. You got to be able to do both. You have to. And that was my whole gripe with Naomi back in the day. I didn't think that she would be able to become a heel. And look at her now. She's doing great. That's why I think she's ready for the championship. But I digress. So when it comes to Alexa Bliss, she's the reason why they're the tag team champions. And I love that little part in her, well, it's a major part in her character. She's the reason why they're the tag team champion, and she's the reason why they're still retaining that title, because it was her doing. So I like how the Von Villains surrounded her in the ring, kind of like sharks, and she's just standing there like, oh my god. And when she walked over and slaps them, I definitely caught that Trish vibe as well. But after she slapped them today, she had no cares in the world. She just walked out like it was nothing, and she's doing her character perfectly. She's working on it hard. I love how she calls in her boys and she calls the shots and tells them to shut the fuck up when she's doing interviews. I love that whole little thing with...
she's like the white Shaniqua.
Kinda. She's like that whole domination shit. But, like, the thing is, like, she's a small package, but she knows what she wants and she's gonna get it. So, I'm all here for Alexa Bliss and this heel turn. So, it's for days. 4 days. Nick asked us to give him a minute. So...
Okay. So basically, while we're waiting for Nick, I'll just go through it. So overall, it was another good week for women of NXT. The the next generation of women is slowly building up. Like, we're getting Bayley, Dana, Emma, Queen Eva, Cassie, Jessie, Alexa, and they're going to soon call up Lena, Giona, possibly the debut of Devon. So, James, what do you think of that next group of generation of the women of NXT?
It looks promising.
And Jasmine.
Yeah, Jasmine. I like Jasmine. She's a cute little girl. It looks
I don't
promising.
know. I can't pronounce her name though. It's like Jasmine Ledpoof or something.
Oh, I don't know her last name. She's a cute little thing. But overall, NXT is just shaping up to be great. They have the best trainers down there, the best people to work with. They got Sarah Del Rey down there. They got Norman Smiley. They have all these great, great talents down there to help them out. And these girls got nothing but room to grow. So I'm excited. And a lot of these girls that they're bringing in have had wrestling training in the past. So that's always great to have that format that they can easily come in and pick up the game. So I'm here for it. But the one I'm really excited to see, and I can't wait for her debut, would be Zara. I'm ready for Zara. Even though I know she's far behind in her training due to her injury. I think she had collarbone injury almost.
Yeah, I think it was collarbone.
Yeah, almost like what Candice Michelle had. But Candice Michelle came back too. Don't worry, guys. Candice Michelle came back too soon. Too soon. She rushed back for WrestleMania. That's why she re-injured herself.
Okay, I'm back now. Sorry.
Ooh, okay, boo. What did you think of the Alexa Bliss segment?
To be honest, I didn't watch the main event, and you only sent me that clip in the chat, so I watched that. I thought it was cute. I really like how she's kind of just interfering in the matches. It's building character for herself as being a heel. I like how she just slapped the shit out of both of them and then just kind of walked off. So it's like good for her. I'm liking her character development, and honestly, I'd like to see her as NXT Women's Champion before Eva, before Dana. I just feel like she has the whole package, really, and people are just kind of forgetting about her just because she's not really wrestling in the ring as much anymore. So, exactly.
I feel like it's important, though, to keep her out of the ring right now because she's developing this crazy character.
Right, absolutely. But I just feel long-term wise with the Divas, I feel like she should be the first, and that makes sense.
Yeah. It makes sense. I'm here for it.
Because I love Alexa. Like, I'm loving her, what's the word? I'm trying to figure out the word for it. Like, her inclusion with her tag team, like how they do that double team move and her doing the jump off. I just love that. I love how she's kind of control of it, and every time she's out, she's like, my boys. Like, she's like the head bitch of the crew. So I really like the direction, like you said, James, it's building her character. I don't know. I love her wrestling, and I want to see her in the ring a bit more. So, and they haven't really been feuding with Enzo and Big Cass anymore, so her and Carmella haven't really been working together anymore. So it is a shame. So I'd like to see a little bit more of Miss Bliss.
So I think that was tough enough. No, that wasn't tough enough. That was NXT. What's the next topic? Is it tough enough?
It is tough enough.
It is tough enough. So I'm staying on. So early in the week, I'm not going to talk much about it because it was more boring Tough Enough. So early in the week on Tough Enough, we saw episode 6 and the ball that is dragging us along. Last week we saw Patrick go, and this week we saw another favourite go. Well, not for me personally, but Miz filled in for Judge because he replaced the racist Hulk Hogan, and he decided to save Amanda because she was hot. Okay, Miz, remember you're married, boo, okay? Like I said, we won't talk much about the show because it was boring, but the best thing about the show was Team Bayard, who, by the way, are now wearing T's shirts that said I'm bad, which I think are flawless. Do we want to go over the show, or should we just go straight to the Team Bad segment?
I can go straight into the Miz segment where, we all know Amanda got eliminated. I'm not Amanda.
Basically, the show was about... basically, the show...
Itty bitty bitty ball. Go ahead, Tom.
Basically, the show was about ZZ being boring. It was about some challenge with Daddy Cesaro. Ooh. It was about some hot tub scene. And then it was about some wrestling that was not wrestling.
It was all about a bunch of nonsense. And you know what? They brought in the Miz. Produced. They brought in the Miz to pick up the show. Thank the fucking God. Because the Miz tried to do us a favor, you guys. He didn't save Amanda because she's hot. He tried to do a favor, and I see what he was trying to do. I missed last week ZZ. If they saved, what was her face?
Maud. Oh.
Who got eliminated last week?
Gabby.
If they... No, it wasn't Gabby. Patrick.
No, Patrick.
If they saved Patrick, ZZ would have got eliminated because he had the lowest amount of votes. So it would have been ZZ that would have went boop right out after Patrick. So
I can't be ZZ.
So the Miz who does tough talk, whatever, he knows how the show is working. So when they put Miz on that stage, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go save this girl because she probably got less votes than fucking Mazza, whatever his name is. Whatever his fucking face is. So,
Mata.
Yeah, so I can never get their names right because they're all irrelevant. And Mata, whatever. So when he went to go save Amanda, he was thinking that Mata, because he was a favorite. People were liking him. He has intention. Like, he was just he did well in the challenges. So I honestly felt like he would probably get more votes than ZZ as well. But he didn't. So it kind of like backfired on The Miz. So I can see what The Miz was trying to do. It just didn't work out.
Well, Paige should have saved him. If she thought it wasn't going to be saved.
Paige, I'm gonna say it right now, Paige is so fucking annoying on this show. She's
bitch.
Just a bit, she's trying way too hard. She's trying way too hard to be that really mean, bitchy person, and it's just not, like, it's not being effective. Like, it's a little too much. It's like, alright, put this kid on timeout now, because it's just team too much. I'm not here for it. The only thing about this show I was really looking forward to was having Team Bad test out these girls, and it was just like, all right, we'll do a little body slam, and Tamina Snuka will botch the Superfly Splash like 4 times. So I was just like, I understand, Tamina, if you're trying to be like lighter with them, like not hurt them, not really impact them too hard, but it just looked, I don't know, I just wasn't here for it.
I sold it.
No, none of them sold it. They all kind of just stood there with it, and then
smiling.
Yeah. Amanda's smiling, and then they're like, what are you smiling for? And Naomi's like, slam her! I just really thought Team Bad would have gotten in their faces a bit more. Like, kind of like, you guys ever watch Beyond Scared Straight?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Tamina get right up in Sarah Lee's face. I wanted to see like Sasha just chirping all of these girls, like, "Oh, you think you have this? You think you're all cute and all of that in a bag of chips? Well, too bad, sweetheart." Blah blah blah, and just kind of like really chirp them out. But we didn't really get it. And I do love having Miz as the host now, and I feel like he's a great host because, like you said, James, he's been following this whole season on Tough Enough, really seeing these contestants, and so I really feel like ZZ needs to go. He's just too young. If he really wants to be a wrestler, it doesn't seem like he wants to be a wrestler. He wants to be an entertainer. So go be a clown. Go into entertainment business. Go get a reality show in your swamp town. I don't care. I just don't want you in WWE right now. So yeah. Other than that, I was not sad to see Mata go because, to be honest, he was very one-dimensional for me, and I just feel like, yeah, you could be the intense guy, but is that all you have to offer? So you could go out the door, and I'm actually happy that Amanda was saved, but not at the same time, because I was happy to see her there because I feel like she does have some personality, and she could potentially be a good diva, but the fans will never vote for her. But there was part of me that was like, damn, girl, I wanted you to get voted off so I can try to see if I could get an interview with you.
You see, from this standpoint, I personally think Sarah, Lee, and ZZ's going to win this show, which is going to be stupid.
No,
absolutely
I don't
stupid.
think
if that's the case, like, goodbye. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to really follow them because Sarah Lee brings nothing to the table. Nothing at the table. Paige called her out for 3 weeks, and then the 1 week she does get in somebody's face. Oh no, I love Sarah Lee. She's my girl. She showed me the personality. Oh. It's like, she's just so annoying. The only thing that I did like, sorry to keep rambling on, but one more thing I just wanted to add. The only thing I did like about this show that I took from it was Chelsea practicing on her time off, and then fucking Amanda coming in and being like, "You're talking about." Yeah, what are you talking about? I can hear you talking about me. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's just so annoying. I loved these girls in the beginning. I really did, but now they're just getting on my nerves.
I wanted to mention that with Amanda coming into the room like that. Because you know what? Lately it's been very chill, no drama, everybody's chilling, and this bitch
was produced.
The producers were probably like, they're in there talking about you. And they really wasn't talking about her. And this bitch knows they're not talking about her. So she walks into that room and starts this drama. You know what, Amanda? Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. That shit got on my last nerve when she walked in there and was like going off on them like, oh, you guys talking about me? Nobody's talking about you, bitch. You look like a fucking fish. I'm sorry. She looks like a fucking fish. And I want her to be eliminated. I don't like her. I think she's only here to become. I think she's like trying to fill in that void they had Diana doing, and she's just being so stupid, and she's going along with it, causing all this drama and stuff like that. And Gigi, you need to watch the fuck out because you're following this bitch right now. in her whole
You see, and
little
that's
mood
why I think Sarah's going to win.
and shit like that. And look at what's gonna happen. It's all gonna backfire. All your hard work when you try to put Chelsea together in that room when Chelsea was trying to put you together. And you're like, no, I've been here. I've done my work. Blah 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 blah. Good on you. But you're standing over here behind this bitch that's causing all this drama. You hang out with trash. You're gonna start smelling like it, and you're gonna go right down the drain with this bitch. So you better watch the fuck out and wise up, bitch. Honestly, she gotta wake up. She has to, or else she's gonna be right out the fucking door. Sarah Lee's gonna walk her way right into the finals, and the bitch hasn't done squat. And you know why? Because you two are too busy being bitches on TV. That's all it is. Calm the fuck down. Fans don't like bitches. Don't listen to the producers. You guys, Amanda just fucking irked my nerve. Like, the bitch will never get a vote from me. And you know what I voted when they asked me to vote on Twitter? I put send them all home.
Yeah.
That's what I put.
You see, I'm
over Tough Enough. Can we move on? I'm over it. I can't stand this show. I can't.
So anyway, Tough Enough was the end of Tough Enough. More like boring Tough Enough. It needs to end so early because Casper, Paige, you just coming off as a cold-hearted bitch. Let's move on to something happy.
Not even only on Tough Enough, but Total Divas page has just been so much. And that is our nice little segue to our next topic, and that is Tough Enough. Or, sorry, Total Divas.
Get it out.
Damn it. It was running so and I just fucked it up for myself. I pulled a Rosa.
You botched.
But yeah, Total Divas this week, it was a little bit more fun, but it was really annoying at the same time because, don't get me wrong, I love me some Foxy, but this episode, she was like a little kid, like just so annoying. Hilarious. So, okay, let's get into that. Let's get into this first. So, we won't go on to Total Divas too much, but basically what happened with Alicia and Paige, Foxy got a new home. They were going to move in. Paige is going to be her roommate. She's dating her boyfriend for a hot minute, and then all of a sudden they want to move in together and they want to have a place themselves. So, unlike a mature adult, Paige decides to tell Alicia in catering and run away and say, "You can't yell for me across catering. You can't yell at me," and run away. And Alicia's chasing her all around catering. What? What's going on? What? Oh, what? You can't move in with me? Oh, no, sorry. Anyway, so there's a whole bunch of drama. Then at the end of the show, they get into a car. They ask Emma to join them. So Emma's like, "All right, cool." That was the one thing I did like about this segment. So she's just in the back cracking jokes, and then it was brought. Before that, Paige and her boyfriend go to Alicia's housewarming party. Apparently, Fox had a couple drinks, and she was just a little wild, and she was just started talking shit about her boyfriend. Oh, yeah, well, you kind of look like Bradley Jr., and you're the one that took this away from me, so let's give a warm hand for... I don't even know his name. But yeah, it was just super awkward. So we go back into the car. So they're driving. Paige brings that up. I don't really appreciate you talking to my boyfriend like that. Blah, blah, blah. And so they're like, oh well, I just don't like him. I think you rush into guys. You just pick the same guy over and over again. And she's like, you know what? She's texting Trinity, and she's like, can I get into the vehicle with you? Because I just can't take it. I need to get out of here. And so they're screaming back and forth at each other. Paige, like a belligerent drunk, like James said, is like, hello, like just screaming at the top of her lungs. I'm like, how old are you? Like, are you supposed to be 22 years old? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, huge argument gets broken out. Poor little Emma is freezing her nips off in the outside just waiting because they're switching cars. People are yelling at each other. It was just a total mess. So, James, what do you think of all this? I'll start with you.
I agree. It was child's play from the get-go with the running around in cater. I was waiting for Vince to pop out and cuss one of them out. Like, get it together. You're at work.
You're fired.
Like, give them the Ashley Mazzaro treatment. Remember when Ashley Mazzaro ran into Vince backstage on SmackDown?
Yes, and he flipped his coffee at her.
I was waiting for that. But anyways, Alicia Fox, you are so childish, but yet entertaining. So I get it. It's for the show. But Paige, you're like a 3-year-old. You really are. You meet this guy. You just got rid of one guy. And then you get this guy. Foxy hit it on top of the head. At the end of the day, Foxy was being a good friend. And she was looking out for her friend. Because I'm kind of in the same situation Foxy's in right now. With one of my friends moving in with the boyfriend. And I'm like, don't do it. But the bitch is doing it. My points are invalid. I'm stupid. I don't know her. But her coworkers know her. Her coworkers that don't really know her know her. So it's so aggravating. So I can see where Foxy's coming from that standpoint. When you're trying to be a good friend and be honest. Like, no, you were just with Bradley, and then you find out that he was married, and then he was divorced, and all this nonsense. And then he cusses you out at his parents' house and walks off on you. And now you're with this guy that you just met. Like, Paige, you are just too fucking fast. I feel like Paige, she's young, she's 21. She's have your fun. Why you gotta live with these guys? You don't have to live with them, bitch. You're on the road. I understand that's probably her mentality. I won't even be home anyway, so who gives a fuck? No, Paige, just fucking grow up. But that was all a bunch of nonsense. Nikki, everything you said, I agree with you. But my highlight of the whole episode was Naomi and fucking Jimmy when they were in the car driving together. And she's like, I love you to the moon. And
that was
like,
cute.
I love you to the stop sign. I was like, yo, these two together are too fucking cute. They're too cute. They belong together. I love that shit. It was just adorable. But back to Foxy, I like how Foxy got drunk at her little homecoming. Her house is so ugly, Foxy. Like,
I know. What a mess, Foxy.
Like, what the fuck you got on your wall? You got mooses and animals hanging off your wall. Like, what? Foxy is so weird. She's so bizarre. Like, I really feel like that's why
she's eccentric.
They made her.
No, what? I'm sorry, but no shade, but no wonder Wade Barrett couldn't put up with you, girl. Like, you're just all over the place, and that's what really frustrated me about this show towards the end. That's how they solved their conflict. Oh, it makes sense now. You're just in love with your ex-boyfriend, and so you're seeing me move in with my boyfriend, and you're getting jealous. Oh, I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then they're just okay with each other, and like, we hate fighting with our best friends. Like, they're so childish together. And at first, I loved that. Like, I thought it was fun and goofy, but after this episode, I really was just like, God, you guys are fucking annoying. Like, I would be like, no, I wouldn't be hanging out with them, that's for sure.
I couldn't. I always said that when the whole Three Amiga thing came out. I was like, no, they wouldn't be the girl. I would hang out with Cameron. I really would. I would hang out with Cameron and Eva Marie. That would be me. That's where I would be. I'm sorry. I could not put up with Alicia Fox swapping spit with Paige. Here's my gum. You take my gum.
I know.
Like, ew.
What the fuck?
Ew. Like, Paige be sucking cock at the back of shows, and you're over here like, no shade. Come on. It's the truth. Paige has that look on her face that she will suck a dick at a concert. Like, don't play with me. She will. Like, Paige, if you're listening, you know I'm right, girl. Don't play. I know your type. I partied with your type, and you can be annoying, but a mess. Just a mess.
What a mess, yeah. Tom, what did you think of the whole Foxy Paige drama going on?
Well, first off, like, this episode was totally a filler episode. Like, it could have been any more filler. Like, I loved... Oh,
go ahead. Go
ahead.
I
loved the whole Foxy thing. Like, I think, if I was at her age and I was living in America and I was in that company, I would be her friend. Like, when they were in catering and she was like, oh, your sniff and scratch boyfriend. It was her facial expression. I said it was like, oh. But then when, this is the thing that got me, when they put Bradley and I think it's her new boyfriend Kevin, when they put their pictures up and they split screened, I was like,
I know, they tried.
Okay, they are twins. Like,
yeah.
Bitch, we know what your type is. It's the go hard, go home fucking rocket man that looks like he's just come out of a tramp's garbage bin.
Oh, well, I kind of, I have the same taste with Paige when it comes to her dudes, though, because they are hot.
Ooh, not my type.
Okay.
But, actually, no, there's most, we'll get onto that moment in a minute, but Emma, like, I like these whole cameo appearances from Layla and Emma. Like, she's like, I'm pregnant. No, you've got to have sex to get pregnant. I thought, yes, bitch, that's personality that we want in WWE, not this whole, oh my God, I've got dead arms.
I know, like, Emma, where's that personality in your character?
We want this Emma.
Like, when they were all, when they were all getting in that carrier elevator, that big ass one that they put
She's like, any room for me?
She's like, is there room for me? I was like, I thought that was funny.
I thought, that the whole thing was definitely a filler episode. I think the whole thing with Paige and Alicia was produced quite a bit, and that whole thing with Alicia and Wade at the end, okay, yeah, that was so last season. He's got a girlfriend now for about a year.
Well,
she's actually quite attractive.
I think he's still banging Fox, though.
Oh.
Do you think so?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh,
no,
come on, Nick.
So.
No, girl, I don't care. Foxy is not that fucking crazy. She's not gonna be running around like that if she's not still fucking around with him. And it's been how long? Over a year? There's no way she's gonna be still hung up on it. And she's an attractive woman. She's a former model. She has the best
gorgeous.
body. Come on, really? Alicia Fox would be with another guy in a jiff. She's just still fucking around with him, and she's still caught up in it. She's still caught up because she's having sex with him. Girl, bye. They're on the road together. Come on, really? Really, though?
Well, why isn't Total Divas picking up that tea? That's
now that's the show, okay? No, there's a show right there.
But meanwhile, are you finished, Tom, or do you have
Oh yeah, no, I'm finished.
Okay, I was just gonna segue over. Meanwhile, instead of that, we're getting Nikki Bella being very upset and taking it very personal because Daniel Bryan has been making fun of her. So the whole episode, yeah. Daniel Bryan has just been, like, making fun of her, like, calling her materialistic, just, like, making fun of her, making jokes, cracking jokes every time she's around, and Nikki's sick of it. She's like, okay, it was funny in the beginning, but it's just not that funny anymore. And he makes her sound really dumb, really stupid, which, I mean, come on, Nikki. Like, no shade, but shade. I just don't really see, like you said, Tom, this was a filler episode because that was really annoying how they came across with that. But anyway, I don't even really want to talk about that anymore because it's stupid because the Bellas were so stupid with each other.
Well,
but James, what did you think of the Bellas?
I thought it was so much fun. I enjoyed it. I always enjoyed the Bellas on Total Divas because they are kind of interesting. When it comes to Nikki, Brie can just get on my fucking nerves. But I liked how Daniel was picking on her because Nikki, honestly, you make it so easy to be picked on. I like how he put her clothes in the barn. I thought that was hilarious. But at the end of the day, when Nikki was going around saying, oh, when people used to call her fat and stuff like that, I'm like, no, that was you. And clearly your husband too, calling her bloated and oh, you're bloated today. So I'm like, so it goes ahead. This just furthers our opinion on how dumb Brie is when we were talking about that shit last week. But overall, I like how Nikki came to realize. I thought it was so sweet when Brie reminded her, remember when you were single and you didn't have a Valentine and Daniel sent you a Valentine before he even got mine? And then he's like, yeah, well, that was sweet. And I was like, oh, that is sweet. And I was like, look at Daniel. He got all the moves. He was just trying to get in Brie's pants. Hello. But
really, though?
Yeah, he's like, let me do something sweet for you. But I thought it was cute. I liked it. It was entertaining because it was just fun to see Daniel Bryan pick on her. Like,
I did like that. I thought that was funny, but how Nikki was handling it, that's what I was calling bullshit. Like, it's just, like, how she took it so personally. And that, I mean, if I was in Daniel's shoes, of course, I would be treating her the exact same way. Like, hello? If she's supposed to be your sister-in-law and she's that materialistic, and if you, and we all know Daniel Bryan's rather earthy and very green, like, of course he's going to be making comments and cracking jokes.
It's on camera. There's a difference when it's on camera. So I think that's what bugged her. Like, you're doing this on camera, on national television. I think because before he probably got so used to doing it that she didn't care. Like, I could see her brushing it off. But when he's doing it on camera, I could see that kind of aggravating her a little bit. So I got to come to her defense a little. Because he was doing the most, though. He really was.
Yeah, that's true. I just got to step out real quick. So, Tom, just what's your thoughts on Nikki Bella, the whole Bella situation? I'll be right back.
All right.
Like what I said earlier, like, this episode was totally a filler, but Daniel Bryan, he is got the moves. Like how he was like with the whole in the car thing with the Nikki and Brie, and she was saying the whole, like, I think what you said, James, about the whole Valentine's thing. I thought that was very cute.
It was.
Nikki, you just bring it on yourself. What's 5 add 2? Like, oh my god, I still gotta use my fingers. Bitch.
That was cute too. I thought that was cute.
Oh, she makes it so easy for herself to get picked on, bless her. But Brie is the Bella bitch of season 4 of Total Divas.
Mm.
Like Nikki is this whole innocent, I'm emotional, and Brie is like, girl, I am the bitch of this season. Which I do think is produced because I think off camera, I think Brie can be a little bit bitchy in real life. But I think this is obviously because Total Divas, it's more heavily produced.
Ooh, so you think Brie's just being forced to sound bitchy?
I think no. I think because
I think that's the real girl.
Because I think she's a little bit because I think she's a little bit bitchy in real life. I think it's produced more.
No,
because it's TV.
I've never seen Brie act like that a day of my life. Never. If she can act like this, John, she would be doing it on TV. Brie is just a natural stone. She's a stone. She's cold. Even her mom said it.
I've said she's a bitch, but she's coming off as a bitch. But
All I needed was last episode when her mom called her out. I was like, your moms always know. And her mom's absolutely...
If your mom's calling you out, you know that's the truth.
It's true. She was showing her ass, and her mom's like, stop listening to your sister. And it's like, okay. And you can tell Nikki has the bigger heart in between them. Definitely Nikki.
Do you know what? Like this whole Brie and Nikki and Daniel thing, it was definitely, produced. It was definitely filmed. That's why I wasn't really into it. But whatever we're talking about next, I was very interested in it.
I really don't think it was staged.
No, I think it's like a filler episode. Like last week, you had the whole. What was last week's episode?
Well, all right, Tom. I get your concept on filler episodes, but like they just film constantly. Like they don't know what's going to be filmed for the episode.
And in the backstage segment when it was Alicia and Naomi watching Wade Barrett versus Dean, that was before WrestleMania. Yet last week they had WrestleMania and a little bit after. So the whole from a wrestling.
Well, that's editing. That's
just editing.
Yeah.
That's what's annoying me because as a wrestling fan, as we watch WWE,
yeah, you would know. But that's every reality show, though. Every reality show, it's never in order. Never.
Right.
And that's what annoys us that's what annoys me because we watch WWE, so we get both concepts of it. But I think the whole Brie and Daniel thing, I just didn't feel it.
You just gotta separate that feeling time because it's a whole different entity. That's why I go in Total Divas. It's a whole different outlook for me.
See, that's why Natalia's my favorite on Total Divas.
Oh, she's so much fun.
Well, let's talk about Natalya now because she was the last kind of storyline for this show. Poor Natty, she just didn't know how to say no this episode. That was the whole premise of it. She just couldn't say no to anything. So it started off with at home. She's with TJ, and she says that she does a lot of work with the Animal Society in her town or whatever. Anyway, she said to the person that she could bring over a couple cats to her home, and then she would be able to help get them homes and get people to adopt them. So anyway, this woman shows up, and she's like, oh, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You don't know how much this means to us. Okay, go get the cats. Might as well have gotten a transport because there was like 12, how many? Like 12, 13, 16 cats or whatever?
20 cats.
20. Holy fuck. Anyway, 20 cats, and they put them out in her beautiful back veranda. I love that, by the way. And so they're all just scattered everywhere. TJ's just like, don't you think this is a little too much? And Natty's like, well, what was I supposed to say? I didn't think it was going to be this much, but I can't just say to take them back. And he's like, well, one of them's escaping right now, so you might as well have to. And then they pan out, and this little black one's going. She's like, oh no. And then her mom shows up just at that time, and her dad shows up, and they're like, oh, the cat's gone. He's like, oh, you're not going to see that cat. The gators are there. The snakes are there. That's gone.
Can I make a quick little mention about her parents? I loved how her mom walked in and slammed the door right in front of her dad.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny. She comes in, she's like,
she
goes, hey, Natty. Bam, slams the door. Then all of a sudden, you see here comes the Animal Nightheart. He comes in, he opens the door. He's just like, really, bitch? I hope there's a gif of that. If there's a gif, can somebody please tweet that to me?
Oh, you know me, my gifs.
I do that all the time, though. Like, I forget people are behind me, and I'll slam the door in your face and be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I thought it was so funny that she did that. Nat's mom is so cute. I love her relationship with her family. I just love Nat. I love the hearts.
She has a really good relationship with her family.
Yeah, she really does. It's great.
But do you guys want to make a quick mention of this specific one, or do you want to give your overall opinion after the whole?
That was my whole little thing with that. I thought it was
Okay. Well, Tom, what did you think of Natty not being able to say no to all these cats in the beginning?
Oh, we all know full well that she can't. That she can say yes to some things, TJ.
And WWE whenever they wanted to do shit.
But no, it was just a simple. Here's cats. Have fun. Yes, that was it. It wasn't really much for me. It was just that's it.
Can I ask a question, Nick? Because you have a cat. Do you think it would be a lot of work to take it? Because the cats are very independent. Would it be a lot of work to watch that many cats for a weekend?
Oh my god, absolutely. A weekend? That's a nightmare. Like, really? I only have one cat, Lana, but she is, she's a handful herself, really. Like, she's such a little diva. So cats have attitude, they have personality, and you could even see some of those cats fighting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That many cats enclosed in that one area, like
Times
that,
20
that,
is like, oh my god.
that's a mess. Like, that's a lot of stress. Those cats are in a lot of stress themselves. Who knows if they're neutered or spayed, so they're going to be spraying everywhere. Like, it is a lot, and I could see why TJ was pretty pissed about it. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, cats can look after themselves for maybe a day or two, but I don't know. After that, like, you still need to kind of give them some attention.
I feel like TJ handled it better than I thought he was going to handle it. I thought he was going to go off, kid.
Go ahead.
I thought he was just going to flip out. But he handled it better than I thought he would.
TJ is so professional when he's on Total Divas. You know, he doesn't want to freak out on camera in front of Natty.
Yeah, he's very mindful.
And you always hear him yell at her when he's like getting in the car trying to go somewhere. Like, but let's move on to the next segment with Natty. So they're at Raw, they're backstage, and she's asking TJ, "Oh, do you mind if we?" I was talking to Titus O'Neil, and they said their car didn't work or something happened with their rental car. So Titus, Heath Slater, and Adam Rose asked if they could ride with them, and Tyson's like, or TJ's like, well, I don't really know. You probably just have to say no to that. In comes, I don't know if it was Titus or Adam, but he goes and he shakes TJ's hand and he's like, thank you so much for letting us ride with you. Like, it will be a lot of fun. And just walks off. And Natty's like, oh, I just couldn't say no. Yeah, she's like, oh, sorry, I just couldn't say no. And he's like, well, great, okay. So they all get into the car. This is the car scene when everybody's in the car, so all the drama's going down. So Titus O'Neil, fucking hilarious. So he's sitting in the front seat. I don't know who was farting the whole time in that car, but it was a big mess. Then they started asking about their sex life and who was their first. They found out that TJ and Natty were each other's first, and they were just getting very, very embarrassed. And then Heath is like, oh, just pull over here for a second. It's a restaurant or something, one of my friend's restaurants, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, all right, let's get a bite to eat. So, but before that, they're at a convenience store, and Natty's like, I'm sorry, I didn't think they were going to bring that up. And TJ's like, no, that's fine. I didn't really care. But so then they go to this restaurant that ends up being a strip club.
To Natalie.
And Natty's just, well, and you know what? Like, Natty, in the past couple season, she's been kind of prudish, but when she got in there, she's like, you know what, well, might as well have fun with it. So she's going in. TJ, on the other hand, is not having it. He's super uncomfortable, doesn't want to be there. He ends up waiting out in the car. So meanwhile, Natty's up on stage dancing with them, spinning around. People are giving her money. At the end of the night, she's thanking the girls. She's like, should we thank them? Like, thank you girls so much.
Shakes their hand.
Yeah, and Titus is like, Natty, it's their job.
He's like, you don't shake their hands, you tip them.
Yeah, I just thought it was so cute. But, Tom, what did you think of all of this nonsense?
Do you know what? Natalia is my favourite Total Diva. Like, especially in the first 4 episodes that we've seen, she's had these, like, side storylines. Like, she's not had the big ones. But she's like, obviously you said earlier, she's prudish. So she's like, okay, as a WWE Diva, we've got to be proper, we've got to be on point. But as soon as she went on that pole, Lord help me, amazing. And then afterwards she's like, should we thank them? Oh, thank you so much. And she's like bowing to them and shaking their hands. And then it was the next scene. She's like, guys, let's pretend that didn't happen in the last night.
Oh yeah, when they went to the show, they're like, can we just not say what happened last night? Let's keep that to ourselves.
You know what? I'm actually thinking Natalia is becoming my second favourite diva, just in general, because she's just hilarious. She's got personality. I know. She's got, well, obviously Queen Eva and Sasha, but still, you know, she's good in the ring. She's got personality, but it was just on that stripper pole. She was like, well, whilst I'm here, I might as well just have a bit of fun. But this is the thing. Remember a few years ago they had a sex storyline that broke out about Heath Slater?
Mm-hmm.
What was that about? Because I couldn't quite remember.
Some girl claimed that he sexually assaulted her at WrestleMania in New Orleans.
Do you think that was true?
No.
No, I don't think it's true. Anyway, apart from that, Natalia
random.
sorry, just because it just got into it, but Natalia is absolutely hilarious. I can't get enough of Natalia.
Well,
Hopefully get more storylines.
I can see why that popped into your head a bit, Tommy, because, like, Heath, where do you find your friends? Those strippers were
that was the one.
pigs.
Because we went to a strip club.
Like, that
but you didn't find his friend.
The strip club was a fucking hot mess. I was wondering where his friend was. Why wasn't his friend on camera? I was dying to see his friend.
Probably getting fucked in the alleyway.
Oh my god. But Natty, she was so much fun. I love that she was such a good sport about it. And TJ once again storms off. And you know what? TJ and Natty are more alike than anything. They are two of the same people. I can see why they're married. Because that could have easily been Natty running to the car doing that.
Easily.
Yeah.
You know, and they've been together for over, well, I mean, and they've been dating since they were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've been, it's insane how, and really, once you're in a relationship with somebody for a long period of time, you start acting the same, you start kind of, like, feeling the same ways about certain things. So, yeah, I feel like they're both kind of prudish in the sense, very private people. But Natty is opening up. Well, it looks like TJ is kind of like, oh, fuck, like, I'm not dealing with this.
I don't know why it was such a big deal when they found out that they took each other's virginity, when that already came out in season 1 with the Usos when they.
Yeah, I know. I guess it didn't come out to those guys though, maybe. Because I mean, what's to say Heath, Titus, and Adam are all having a little slumber party watching Total Divas. So.
I think they knew about it because backstage chatter, but they were like, oh, let's just goof on him on TV and like make him feel uncomfortable. So I think that's probably what it was.
Like, I think with Natalia, like, if you're just a casual reality fan, you've not watched wrestling and you're just watching Total Divas, I think your favourite two would be would be Naomi and Natalia.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
just like down to earth. Oh, but Natalia's seriously becoming one of my new favourites.
And Eva Marie has a big following.
Oh, and Eva, she's got 2.2 million followers on Instagram.
I believe it. And you could count how many single matches she's had in her career. And all her followers are because of Total Divas.
And I'm about 100,000 of them on fake accounts.
Well, speaking of that, was there anything else that happened on Total Divas that I didn't cover yet? Because I was going to go into what we're going to see next week, so.
You can go on. I think we covered all the top things.
Okay, I think that was it. So next week's, speaking of Eva, she is apparently fans are thinking Jonathan is hitting her based off of, like, I don't know, I guess, yeah, I know. I don't know if it's based off of, a photo shoot she did, or just like somebody thinking he hit her or something, she had a bruise, or I don't know. But that's going to be followed next episode.
No, you know what it is? It's because of her training. You know how she's having her training and she was posting pictures of her with bruises? People on Instagram were in the comments making rumors that Jonathan's beating her. So some stupid website that has no relevance picked up the story, and I think that's why she's reporting it.
What a mess. But other than that, Rosa Mendez is gonna make a return to Total Divas next week. I guess she's giving advice to Fox or Paige, I don't know. I don't care. But good for Rosa getting that check. Cameron was on there last week, so Anyway, I think that's it. I don't know if I missed anything that's happening next week.
Oh, we have one more topic though.
I don't know if the drink's getting thrown in the face yet, but I'm waiting for that.
Oh, yeah. No, next week, Lana. We're going to see Lana next week as well.
Oh, right. They're going to the UK next week.
And
Nikki and Paige. And Paige calls out Nikki for being a phony bitch because she's, like, sticking her pinky out when she's having the drink and dressing all British-like. And she's just like, you're just a phony bitch. So we're going to see a little bit of animosity between those two next
week. The episode's called T-Mode.
T-Mode?
T-Mode. The episode's called T-Mode. But actually, you know what I do like about the new Total Divas? You know, instead of playing the whole song at the beginning, they play the song and then they like fade it into the background with a quote. I do like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
Well, speaking of reality shows and stuff like that, WWE Network is going to bring on some more reality shows onto the network. And the current shows that are being talked about is a reality series following stars of NXT as they strive to make it on the WWE main roster. So that's very interesting. And also we're going to have another show. It's a new series. It's called Table for Three that gives viewers a seat at a table with our superstars and divas. And then also it's going to be a studio show highlighting current events in the WWE world and beyond. And they're going to have new episodes for WWE24, the WWE List, the Stone Cold Podcast, and a teaser for WWE Camp, which is, WWE Camp is an animated adult series of wrestling, whatever. It's like a cartoon, no, anyways. But I'm really excited for this NXT series with the superstars backstage striving to become WWE main roster. I think Finn Balor is gonna be the star of that fucking show.
Oh, clearly.
I think it's gonna be so interesting to see Finn Balor, Tyler Breeze, Sami Zayn, all these guys down at NXT backstage filming them.
Bailey,
oh, no, it's superstars, no divas, superstars.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It's fine. We have total divas. Like, I want superstars.
Well, do you remember that show Behind the Curtain?
Like the 360 with ESPN. That was
amazing.
I
really hope it's something like that, but it won't be. But I really hope it is.
I think it is. I think this is the show that inspired them to come up with the show because it was such a big hit. So this is just big news. It came out today, and the reason why WWE is trying to promote more reality shows for the network, which they definitely need to, is because they lost some viewership. Some people did drop the network because they're not getting as much as, like sometimes I'm like, I don't even watch, I'll go for like a week without watching the network until NXT's on. So it would be nice to have like a cool reality show because people sit in to watch Total Divas. I would sit in every week to watch a reality show with the superstars of NXT. Are you kidding me?
I would too. I don't know. I thought it would be cool to see Bailey in there, but I do get your point though. Just having strictly superstars, since we already do have our divas. So
yeah.
And there's cancelled Swerved.
They canceled Swerve?
Yeah, I heard that.
Swerved.
Well, how long can that show go for?
Basically, I heard reports that they canceled it because of backstage people were complaining about all of the
being embarrassed on.
Yeah, embarrassed or head like writers or something being seen on camera. It's just a bunch of bullshit. I thought that was their best show, to be honest, but whatever.
Also, I have another side T-bomb for you guys.
Oh,
T-bomb.
You guys, now this is the true T-bomb. I think this is our last little topic that we have, right? We don't have anything else.
Yeah, that was it.
It's not Horse Sunny, is it?
No. We will never... All right, listeners, Bass Moon, I love you to death, girl. You are my Twitter boo.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's my Twitter boo. I love it. That's big. But when it comes to Sunny, I think, can we agree that she's in the river and we don't give a fuck anymore? Because she does this shit just for people to talk about her.
Right, and I don't think we should even give her the time of day anymore. We don't even want to
talk about her anymore. Because
she's got two rocks attached to each leg and she's drowned like a bitch.
She's already down that river. Like, we don't see her anymore.
The next time we talk about her is when, like, major news happens. I'm not talking about her getting a DUI because that's just telling me it's a Thursday night.
You know what? We'll talk about her when she gets her jail sentence. How about that?
Yeah, like something like when she's doing jail time or if WWE releases her from her contract because no, I don't think she's contracted with them anymore. I think that's up. It was a 2-year contract after she signed up for the Hall of Fame show. So that's done with. So unless they drop her completely, take her out, I don't care. Enough. Anyways, big news. The Wyatt family might be getting Sister Abigail because Bray Wyatt's sister, which I can't believe her. Oh, hold on, her name is. I have her name down right over here. Oh, I fucking didn't save it. I believe it's Mika something. I don't know.
Yes.
Whatever.
Mika.
She got a WWE tryout this past week. Very, very interesting. I don't know how it went. I don't know if she's gonna get picked up or anything. But I just think it's so fucking interesting that the Wyatt families, Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt's little sister, she has a great look. She has a WWE look. She has that baby teeth, the famous baby teeth.
Yes, she does. Her name's Mika Rotunda.
Yes, and she can easily be Sister Abigail. She don't even have to be trained right away. Like, honestly, she can train on the road with her brother, have her stand out there, have her be Abby, don't have her talk, just have her be quirky, standing there in the background. Not everybody had to talk, They could easily put this girl on TV quickly, because Sister Abigail has already been built because of her brother, Bray Wyatt. He already built the character for us. She's already an established character. We just haven't seen her.
Right, we just need to have the actual person there now.
So her getting a tryout is just a great sign. So could it be Bray's pushing this? Like, now my brain is
I think it could be, or it could be Bo.
It could be. It could
Maybe.
be. WWE's probably like, we want Sister Abigail on TV. Do you think your sister would be interested? Or something?
WWE's like, we've been listening to TPP, and I think we want to have Sister Abigail
and
now.
We know you have a sister. Vince, I know you have a sister. She has a great look. Like, who knows? Who fucking knows? But I'm just so freaking excited, and I'm going to keep following the story for you guys, and I'll keep an update on it.
Yes, keep us updated.
My ears perked for that. I'm just so invested in the Sister Abigail and Bray Wyatt family whole thing. Like, I just can't. I can't even deal with it. And apparently Adam Rose is not going to become a fucking Wyatt family member because he's been teaming up with Brad Maddox. And, whew, babe. They've been teaming up together, having tag team matches on live shows, and Adam Rose has been wearing the same attire as Brad Maddox. He's been wearing a lot of Brad.
Bye-bye, Rosa. Pink slip.
I can't wait for that. So, yeah, that's all the tea I had, but I'm very excited for this potential sister Abigail.
Yeah, definitely. I hope we do get to see her eventually. I think we will eventually down in WWE. I don't know if it will be her, but I
know. Someday.
You don't know. Yeah, it's exciting. But yeah, that's all of our topics for the show today. Long show, but I hope everybody enjoyed it.
It's been a good week for wrestling.
It has been. There's a lot of topics, and I think we may even have to cover another show this weekend. I'm not exactly sure yet, but yeah, everybody, thank you so much for listening. Links will be down in the subscription for our past show that we just did, which had so much shade in it. Definitely go back and listen to the Dana hater, the Dana argument, the Dana intervention. It's been named so many things. Yeah, definitely go back and listen to that. Our TPP member Josh, follow him on Twitter at JoshTechSoldier because he's been tweeting out a lot of thank you Layla stuff. Layla was one of his favorites, so definitely go and check that out. All of our links will be in the description for our Twitter. But James, if people want to talk to you on Twitter and send you funny gifts, anything, where can people find you?
Also, do not forget to go vote for TPP Fan Slam. That will be premiering on the preview of SummerSlam, I believe. Yep.
Yes, SummerSlam pre-show, and that link will be in the description as well. So go to our Tumblr account, look at all of our nominees. There's a lot of fun nominees and a lot of fun categories too, and it's super simple to just go down, vote, click the other link, and as Gigi just put together a cute little nomination thing. So just put them all in and vote for your favorites.
Also check out Nick's Eva Marie fantasy booking, and also go and check out my fantasy booking of Emma as Sister Abigail, and also check out Tom's fantasy booking of Nikki Bella and Brie Bella 6-Pack Challenge SummerSlam, and you could also check out Josh's Queen of the Ring. And Nick, we gotta figure out how to put these links on. You know those annotations that people do on YouTube?
Yeah, I've been trying to work on it, so...
Alright, we'll figure it out.
I'll have all the links down in the description regardless, but I'm going to try those annotations, fill them out a little bit. And while you're at it, we have we have Tough Enough interviews as well, too, if you could go back and listen to Daria and Alex's interview that Sam and I did. Super fun. So yeah, we have a lot on this channel, and we're expecting to add a bit more to it, so stay tuned. I'm so excited.
I know. Well, you guys can follow me.
Where can they follow you?
You can follow me and send me all the shade because I love it and I respond back. And also in the comments, please comment. I'll be in the comment box. I love it. You can follow me at Jimmy James, JAYMES.
Perfect. And Tom, where can people find your shady little ass on Twitter?
If you have any gifts, please send them because I have found the power of the gift according to Nicholas. I love gifts now. Instead of just typing shit, I'll just send a GIF and that'll be my reaction.
You are GIF crazy, girl.
Oh, I love it. I find some new ones every day on Tumblr. You can follow me at self-success01, and please comment in the please comment in the videos because I like talking to all you fans and listeners as well. And thank you very much for listening to this super long show.
Yeah, super long show, but I mean, people enjoy it. They really like it. And we love doing it too. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at NickAkin WWE. If you have Instagram, follow me at Prince PipeBomb. Same with Tumblr at Prince PipeBomb. Thank you guys so much for listening. And like they said, comment down below, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff for us because it helps our channel build. And that's what we're all about. So thank you guys very much and have a fabulous day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Toodles.